You know what I keep doing? I keep forgetting. Ah, fuck, it crashed. What I keep forgetting is to actually change my title and stuff. So I have so little time to do it here. I'll just do a quick little session. But what would be more realistic for this challenge? Of course, I'm not going to change it or, you know, back out of it in any way. But it would be more realistic to say, oh, I just have to get to rank 40, like Taco rank 40, right? The Taco tier. That would be good enough. Instead of saying, oh no, I have to get to 50. Like, I only have a week left, and the rate that I'm going at, there's no way that I can do it. It would be more realistic to say, okay, because again, I got from like 1 to 30 in a relatively short amount of time, especially since I wasn't doing it like every day then. But then I said, you know, from 30 to 35 has taken forever. I could always get lucky and go on a good streak, but, you know, there's nothing I can say. Like, I just have to face the music of what I have to do here. I don't mind keeping one of those, but, you know, one high cost card is always adequate, because you're gonna want that later. This is kind of like the smash, the sort of mid-range style that I go for, which often doesn't work. So yeah, I just got to make the most of it. I'll do the best that I can, but I'm kind of discouraged because of the amount of time that it seems to take. You know, if I get to rank 40 and, you know, because I don't even know how this works because I've never been there and nobody's ever mentioned it, I guess. If at rank 41, I'm at 41 and 0 stars, and if you lose there, you go back to rank 40, right? You can go backwards, because there must be some difference between rank 30 and 40, like how rank 20, you start losing ranks, losing stars, right? So you're like 4 out of 5 and you lose and you go to 3 out of 5. Rank 30, you lose the win streaks. And so rank 40, it could be, oh, you get knocked down, not out of rank 40 itself, but you get knocked down of the rank itself, like, you know, from 41 to 40 or something. That's actually a very problematic use of the hunt term. The thing, like how it forces you to do that. There's really not fuck all I can do about it either. It's always a tough decision whether you should start to go face or worry about the board, because it's not really... I don't care too much about that because... Right, that's not the end of the world. I'm not going to lose because of that, but you got to make a decision at some point to switch and start playing aggro, but I don't know. If only it was on the height, I could have gotten rid of it, actually, but we at least have the flexibility. This one can catch a lot of people off guard because they'll think I have 0 brains, so now they just block it, but then I can sort of, you know, bait them and move here and then kill them as if they were within that point. Yeah, and I'm not even going to worry about that. Go ahead. You're not going to kill me with that alone. I could return it to the hand, which can be a good bait sort of finish for play, but it doesn't tend to really work. I'm still not even going to worry about it. Fuck it, dude. I'm just going for it. But this is the sort of matchup where I play into their hands, because it's like... you know, you're stalling the game out in such a way that... oh, how convenient. Maybe I should have put it there. You're stalling the game out in a way that could benefit them, because they might have a strong late game themselves. To be fair, I won't use that as an excuse either, but like the bug happened where I'm like 3 out of 5 stars and I could win the next game, but at the beginning, before it even starts, it disconnects me and causes me to lose a star. Like, you conceded at the beginning of the game, right? And so now I go down to 2 and then I lose the next matchup with the next hero because I have to rotate to the next one. It's like, you know, I wouldn't have had to do that otherwise. I'm not going to get any damage in here, but if they had played it on the height, at least I can do this, so they wouldn't expect that. You could do this if they're trying to protect from the ground. You could do this if they're trying to protect from there. And either way, I could still play this, even though it's not going to do anything. So I should have lethal one way or another, unless they remove both somehow. What? I don't really understand what this does, because now they'll get the block meter, but that's so fucking stupid. They're gonna win somehow now. Fuck me, dude. No, wait. No, you should have put it there, because then I would have hit 2 nuts and died, but I would have been healed, I guess, in the same breath. Because see, the cat lady doesn't have any attack, so you maybe could have won there. Wait, but I should have healed. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why didn't I heal from the nurse? Is that a bug? Did I miss some effect? Like I don't know. Go to Wall Knight. I'm pretty sure I should have healed from that regardless. Or is it only when he hits a minion and I'm that dumb that I don't know that? I feel like it should be with everything. So the 4 is okay. 1, 1, 3, 4. I'll live with it. So that should have been a win. It was very tight, very close. Every game kind of feels like this, where it's super, super close. The one you really want to start with Wall Knight is that one that just makes a walnut to sort of fill in the hole and sort of let you get something good off. So my whole principle is just spread it out as much as possible. You don't really want to use the team up yet unless you really have to. Even the evolution thing I don't really want to do. I can do it here, I guess, now, but, you know, if you can't deal with it, he'll be in trouble. Okay. And you could do this. I'm playing, or you know what, you don't even have to worry about it, because who cares if you're gonna, you know, just go face, fuck it. Okay, I underestimate how much damage I'm doing. Like, it's only turn 6, and this is not an aggro deck, and he's at 4. Like, how? How did that even happen? You are posing a lot of shit here that you could be getting lethal. That's actually a very good card. My best cards are always the ones that I conjure, because they're better than what I have anyway. Bro has all the fucking removal in the universe, though. Now here comes the epic turnaround where they're actually going to come back and win the game because, you know, it's at my own peril that I do this. This is good, but there's no guarantee or need for it, really. If I do that, I can't do anything else with it, so maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I don't like how I'm doing this exactly, but I'm assuming it's not going to kill him. So whether because of the block meter, whether because of its infinite removal, like just... It almost gets to the point where they have too many cards and not enough mana with which to even play it. Which I always call it mana regardless of what they, you know, try to confuse you by having too many names for it. Bro, can you just... Now you'd be hitting them for 7, but it could be the block meter, or they could destroy it yet again. It could be that they have, like, destroy something with X attack or more, but this doesn't count because it only has 3 attack, like 4 attack or more, 5 attack or more. I don't like this whole sequence, though. Like, the last 5 moves have just been... They have an answer for every single thing that I summon, every single time. Like, really, dude? Like, how? How can you keep getting away with this, dude? Every single time. Like, I give up, man. I can't do it. I'm objectively countered every single step of the way. It's a completely non-interactive experience. I can't do it. I legitimately cannot do it. It's pointless. Like, there's no fucking reason to even play the game. I can't do anything. They're not summoning anything. They're not doing anything. Just fuck it. This will only make it a 3 attack strike through, though. What? Like, what the fuck kind of shit is this that I'm going against, man? The both of those games were close and seemingly winnable, but they're really not. That's the deceptive thing. Like, it gives you this false hope. I get him to 4 health in like 6 turns or less, and I don't know. And he pulls out every single form of removal in the history of existence. Back to back to back, which maybe, you know, isn't that surprising, but it's just stupid. Like, you'd think one turn maybe they won't have an answer. The reality is, if you assume that, like, oh, they have an answer, so let's just wait it out or something, try to trade on the board. But then I'm never going to win there anyway because I don't have, like, really the top end value that you need. I don't mind doing that, it's assuming they really had a synergy for it, which they may or may not have had. You go here. This thing can be a really good value for the nuts if you actually get a good, you know, that 3 mana 3/9 or whatever, or 0/9 untrickable thing, you know, or something better. I mean, even using it on a walnut isn't bad, but it's just not that I would necessarily even wait. Like, I don't mind doing it. Okay, that's a slow play. But no, some of these decks are not even aggro, but it just was so weird that I was able to get them that low. Kind of unbelievable. Let him deal with his own little dinky plan there. I'll just do it, I guess, and maybe they'll play a nut, actually. But I like the fact that my board is filled up, and this is where you get to... If you make a play like this, you'd be in very good shape. If I can get away with you know, doing this AoE buff. Oh yeah, thanks for that, dude. If I... Oh, fuck. That would have been good, at least. And it hurts to Plant Hero. You know, am I missing something with, like, how did they get those so fast? He just played it in his deck, right? He just played it, like, this turn. Okay, that didn't work out well at all. We can do the AoE buff, probably would be the most logical thing to do. We have that little disco ball one for 5 too, but I would say normally, okay, at least their hand is sort of burning out, but I'm even more burnt out. That's a very god tier clutch type of play because you need to get more value here. Conjuration, 2 cost. I'd rather it would have been something higher actually going forward, but I have to get lucky off the top deck and just do you know, the nurses and stuff. But no, I'm getting the vibe, not to have a negative attitude, but I'm getting the vibe that I won't be able to do this. You know, I have a week left basically to get 15 ranks. I certainly underestimated how long it would take. Again, if I simply got to rank 40 and some rule set changed, I could accept it, but I am disappointed by, like, I didn't take it seriously enough at the beginning. I thought, oh, I can just do it like once a week or here and there, and it wouldn't be a big deal, but I didn't think it would be like this. Again, whether I could do it or not wouldn't come down to just purely time. Clearly, it's going to be very difficult either way because, you know, it's not that I can't do it, it's just that it's very tight. Right, some of these matchups you can win and they're close and everything, but you could do the buff. Oh, see, that's a god tier clutch kind of play. Absolutely amazing that you get that right now. If I get a nurse, if I get something else big, Gargantuar. This deck would be so good. This or the Yeti would be, would be so good if you get like a little, if you had Badman Rising with this. Maybe you would say, oh, that's too overpowered, but the reality is that you're basically, but that's pointless because it's just gonna die. I don't know why I did that. Stupid ass bean shit, man. What the fuck? People just have way too much removal these days at these ranks. Okay, that's fine. Still maybe doable, but I don't like the exact circumstance we're in. I keep trying to play it almost in a greedy way for like, oh, you know, we get to basically ignore what they're doing and trying to play it aggro, which is unusual, but we did the smash now, so we're gonna lose this, and then we play as who next? We lose as the Wall Knight, so it would be Green Shadow. I'm still not necessarily dead, but they have 7 brains left. Okay, that card is always very annoying. It makes you question, like, why am I playing aggro anyway if I'm so low on health? My board is actually still pretty good, but even playing that kind of buffed this guy out of proportion a little bit. I'm still not mathematically dead based on the board, but if he plays another bean or something and have 6 from this, no block meter, he has let my board get a little bit out of control. So it seems unlikely that I'll be able to do much of anything here. One HP, and all he'd need is a bean to easily do the overkill. This could be the perfect lethal, but it's very unlikely that they won't have it. Or no, I'm just dead. I'm just dead. Why did I even do that? but it wouldn't have mattered what I did, so nice and interactive. It's like every game you're coming up just a little bit short, which maybe is a convenient way to say that, oh, it's the deck that you'd like, you know, oh, if you had a little better deck, right, that would make the difference. So let's go to Green Shadow. Let's just do these two, I guess. Green Shadow and Super Brains. Assuming that I'll like lose instantly, but this was such a frustrating thing though, because I don't know. It is hard and it is time consuming, but I wouldn't have known if the time would have made the difference. Like, I don't know how long it would have taken if I would have done that from the beginning. But no, I think I would have put in enough time. The fact that I gave up my other categories and I'm only doing this, right, every day, it would tell you that if it takes that an insane amount of time, then I can accept my defeat. But I just have this small, vague notion that, like, oh, I could somehow power through, but it just takes sometimes too long to figure it out. We have the whole ice thing going with this deck. And the reason why that's good is because I do have a lot of other things. I have like 15 cards that at least relate to it. The snowdrops and this other shit. That card is actually the MVP. If you get the snowdrop early and buff it, it can get out of control so fast. So closest thing to like a meta synergy type deck that we're looking at. But the reality is that you're not actually doing it. Wait, he didn't get the evolution though, did he? What was the point of it then? What was I gonna even do here? Okay, let that guy get buffed, let that guy get buffed. Definitely don't want to do that. I don't know what that turn was. Like, I didn't have a really clear idea. Here's a plan. My board is actually pretty good here. Again, you're making multiple priority targets. This is a basic concept in card gaming that I often see people not play like this, and I'm surprised. You say, oh, buff this one, but it's already... Or no, I mean buff this one, but it's already getting buffed by something else, and it has a good effect. So he's already a high priority target. So why would you put an even bigger target on his back? Instead, you put it on somebody else, so now I have to make a decision. Do I get rid of the 5-4 or this or that? But don't put all your eggs in one basket sort of thing. I could do this with the freeze, but I don't really even want to. What if I just play it all defensively here, even though generally he's down to 6? I have this uncanny ability to do that. Like, I always get everybody so low, but then I can never finish them off. Yeah, the point is this was still fun to do, but I can't really live up to it entirely. And I am surprised. You have plenty of firepower with this, or I guess firepower is exactly the wrong word to use. Oh, shit. Go ahead, summon something else big too, but won't be usable on the gravestone, or wait. No, but these don't target the gravestone. Only that one other thing does. So that is still an incredibly high value play. And I would be able to still do more, but I don't know if I even should bother. I want to save it, and in case he does... Oh, wow. Give a taste of his own medicine. He should be immune to it because he's already iced up. 2 superpowers. I could get rid of both of these with that if I really wanted, but it doesn't seem worth it. Right, I was hoping he would almost summon something bigger, which might still happen. Field time doesn't want us to attack. And now I would have to do that, I guess. Or maybe not. I don't really even care too much about this, but I don't waste it just because we've got nothing else to really play for, and you have the ability to keep benefiting from the evolution shit. Looks like a bot name, even though I can't tell what it is because it's just 3 of the same character and then 4 of the same character. Okay. Yeah, I had gotten him so low so early and I couldn't finish it off. You very well should be able to do this. I was just hoping I can get through the block meter, which I can't. Right, so I forget how this interaction actually works, genuinely. It won't even let me do it. Now the ice thing is useless too. Okay, that's good. That would be good as well. Right, you'll get a double, triple strike. But the thing is that still wouldn't be enough, or it'll be a case where the block meter is going to be too much. This would pop the block meter and hit him and kill him. Okay, if I can just get rid of the block meter, I could win because of this, but apparently it's just not letting me do it. Okay, and even when you see, like, all of these games have been winnable and close and tight, not that it's necessarily even my fault, it was just like, you know, something very minor that made the difference. But the reality is that it's so... oh my god. This should work with either one, honestly. Right, this is... especially if you get a buff. Oh, that's easy. That's easy, dude. Even though it's not easy at all, and I'm a super tight, and are you still gonna have an answer? Even if you summon something there, it's fine, as long as you don't have some other effect to speak of. That would have been way overkill. We haven't had a really cool interaction like that with the 3-peater in a while. Okay, let's just leave it at that. 1 star. I'm satisfied, dude. See you tomorrow. Okay, so today I'll do another session of this. I'm pretty sure I won the last one, so Green Shadow, and then we lost that, so... let's see. So this Green Shadow has been the ice deck, like kind of the new decks, quote-unquote, that I made in the course of doing this. Have been Green Shadow, where it's like the ice thing. A Super Brains, where I made it aggro, even though it still has Bad Moon Rising. I made it aggro more, so it's like... you're still trying to get Bad Moon Rising later, but you're like trying to win, you know, it's like a last resort. Rather than playing for Bad Moon Rising, you're playing for aggro, try to finish them off early, and if it fails, then you can fall back on Bad Moon Rising. And so the point is that it seems like a waste not to do this, but I also would rather just do this, but it's a risk. Like, I'd rather them summon something and actually freeze it. Yeah, that's good at least. Make another zombie, so now we save it from being killed, and we buff it up, and we draw a card, and we could potentially play the card too. Right, it's just inconvenient for them in such a way that, and now you can just leave these 1/1s out there, and it doesn't matter because they're just gonna charge up your block meter and sort of cuck their ability to play anything. But I also can't afford to play that slow, like not playing anything myself. You could do this if they just keep doing this, right? He puts them up, I knock him down like that. You're still playing on curve and making decent things, but you're doing, you know, just natural on curve effects. This is what a synergistic deck would look like, but I don't have enough cards to really make it work. You need like probably the Winter Melon. You'd need more of the squash. I only have 1 of the squash. Some of the names of the cards are actually not as whatever as I thought. Like, I'm not going to get a chance to do that, and I really shouldn't even bother. Like, the names are sometimes pretty basic, and it's more so the flavor text or something else behind them that are more pun worthy. You can save that. So we're playing just really slow pace. I'm not really afraid of these. This guy is ranked 28, but he's not really showing why. But yeah, we made the Bad Moon Rising aggro. We made this. We made something else. I can't remember. Wall Knight, which is pretty much the same thing. I don't know what is even different. Just for the sake of saying that I could do something. Okay, we can just leave that. That'll trade in. It still counts for the freeze effect, I guess. Or I should have probably reversed that, but I'm not entirely sure. This is so good against like a big minion because you can kind of stall it for so long. Right, you'll trade in, you'll buy another turn. So this is the kind of matchup that should favor me because he hasn't done a whole lot yet. All these 1/1s are like pathetic. And so you buff that even more, but it almost doesn't matter at this point because right, you're not getting in any face damage with it, so the value is purely cosmetic here. You need something a little more, and I'm sure they'll have removal for it. It's just, it was so efficient because you're not going out of your way to do it. And somehow I'm a lot lower as much as I'm making fun of their shit here. I could do this and do it again, but I don't know. Like we could do this and this, but then I wouldn't have the freeze effect. My board is consistently pretty good, but see, that's still frozen though. I don't really get it. I don't really want to move a zombie either. I want to... Let's just do like a weird move here. We'll do that. We'll do this. We'll do this. Then we can wait, because I'm trying to wait for a higher priority target here to use all this shit on. +2/+2 in Frenzy, so you'll at least kill that. This shouldn't even matter. Because one time it bugged out like that. Like if the freeze effect doesn't work on this, like the next turn, then what's the point, right? We're both attacking to each other. It gets frozen, then the next turn it attacks again. Like why does that matter then? Okay, we're already kind of fucked. This is the moment to sort of just finish them off. How quickly it can change when you have actual board control, even though I'm a little worried. But we could like bounce both and then see what he does. We could freeze one, we could bounce one. Okay. Definitely get rid of that. See which one we pick up with this, and if it is that, I can do even this and even this. So we'll pop the block meter with this, and they have nothing left either, so you pop the block meter with that and you finish them off, or this might not pop it and then that won't, but then that'll still finish them off, so there's nothing they can do in that case. See how unlucky that is though. In case there was some other contingency, this could have popped it. And there is a contingency even with 0 fucking brain, so you can't even play around that. So let's just we can move this shit away. Yeah, I'm still gonna somehow lose now, as absurd as that seems. Bouncing zombie could work too. I think moving it would probably be good enough. They have 3 those are the 2 elements that you can't control. The block meter's RNG, like unpredictable nature of doing that, right? How many blocks of it you get, but also it's a case where even what you get from it, you can't play around. Well, first of all, it's random, but second of all, now he'll do the Space Cadet or some shit. I'm still not necessarily dead from that, though, and you can't deal with the 9/9, or can you? It's like I'm almost shocked when you finally win. It shouldn't be this difficult every single game to just eke out a simple win. So yeah, I'm definitely behind schedule, and I'm not going to have a lot of time to do this, so I have to hope I go on some good streaks. Maybe it's going to get less competitive here somehow, but towards the end of the month or end of the season, so assuming it'll be around the 14th or the 15th, I don't know exactly. Let's bounce the gravestone probably. Okay, that. Okay, dude. I don't want to use that as an excuse, but What is that? That's happened at least a few times. What is that, dude? Any sort of momentum, man. Is this because they're hackers or what? Because it's happened to me too, like where they concede at the beginning, but I don't know whether they're just genuinely conceding for some other reason. I'm not even going to use that as an excuse, but I mean, I certainly consider it an inconvenience. Like, what am I could have been on a good streak. Now I get set back. Now I have to change the hero that we had a little bit of rhythm with. It's just completely bullshit. I should maybe make an exception to the rotation with that at least. Like, if I lose because of that, it shouldn't really count, and I should be able to keep playing as the same one, because that is incredibly fucking stupid. Is that really efficient though? Like, that's such a low mana play. This is a gravestone anyway. We can do this, we can do that. Or wait. Oh, I fucked myself. I mean, you could still use an effect off of it, but that's not really what I was trying to do. Or it won't even matter. Okay, fine. We'll go all in since I wasted the use of the Rain Vendor. I wouldn't have normally wanted to play like that. But again, you want the thing as a net positive. Like, okay, we might get Badman Rising, but even if I don't really care, because you're just trying to finish them off anyway. Now, you can't really mitigate this, so let's see what he does in the other two lanes. You might be able to get like 9 in here. But yeah, that is a weird interaction. That's kind of... You'd be able to play it with your tricks, which you don't really want that. Okay, that's fine. You should get a pretty good cowboy here, unless this happens to stop them. I hate this aspect too, like the whole nonsense of the... Wait, what? Oh, because they absorbed it in the first place. The nonsense of the actual thing here. Like, oh, you can... Fuck. You can play it for 0. Like, is that really pertinent? Because... And now I maybe fucked myself in 2 ways, like... I don't know what you could have done, though, because it would have been a gravestone either way, or... Even having this end up there would be like, you know, you might, I don't know what you could have expected, but this thing still won't die, though. Okay, now, well. Steal the block, you can say, oh, all those suboptimal things, but it doesn't matter because I can't wait. You know, you gotta end it, so the 3 should still register, though. And I still have a chance to play something off of this. They're down to 3. We almost have Badman Rising, so I just need to finish them off. Right, very quickly, otherwise I'm screwed. Getting a Brain Vendor like next turn is always a net positive, because you have like... You know, you get... I mean, I should have just played it on there probably, but... If I could just get rid of like one thing, it would have been fine, but... I don't really have much direct damage to the face here. Yeah, see, like, even that gives you some sort of target, as I asked for, but it could be like a frenzy or something crazy, right, that would do it, but maybe that wasn't the right lane to put it in then. That's too bad. I mean, this is the average game where it's just like you always get what you want, but it's just not enough. Right, like just something's missing a little bit. Right through. Actually could do it though. Fuck. Pure dumb luck. The single target Badman Rising win. This is what I mean. It has to come down to RNG in a variety of ways, whether it be something due to the block meter. That was so unlikely. The number of unlikely fucking stupid interactions and wins in this run has been spectacular, though. It has been exciting and fun, but it's just like more weird because I don't know, like it shouldn't require that every single game. See, now, if that had been a Green Shadow game, we would be at 4 stars, right? Almost at 5. Now we're gonna be at, or wait. Well, whatever, if we didn't lose the 1 star and all this kind of shit. So we are gonna just go pure face. It's the only shot I really have. I guess that was maybe a bad play because you would be able to play both of these next turn. So maybe I shouldn't have done it like that, but I could do this in the bonus attack, or I could do something else if I draw into it. I mean, I could still just do it. I'm almost inclined to. I don't really care, just do it. Okay, so that would be an AoE that would be a little bit damaging. Everything else I can't even play yet, so we'll just leave it, but that could fuck me over. So you kind of just have to ignore it for now. Yeah, that could be a little bit problematic. Move a zombie does bonus attack, zombie does bonus attack. Somehow I feel like this will be more useful later, but I don't want it to go on that long. You know, that was the weirdest, clutchest Bad Moon Rising ever. One thing I've shown, though, is such great integrity with, like, how I never concede. Like, I either want to see them get the proper interaction play out, or I want to see, you know what I mean? I want to see them actually win properly instead of just resigning. But also I want to see, the ability to, those epic comebacks. A lot of people would have resigned that last game. Like, oh, you know, it's clearly over. Mentally, I guess I resigned. Like, I accept the fact that I'm not going to win. But I still want to see it play out. The move a zombie does bonus attack. I'm not really taking that much, but I'm also pretty low, so I don't know. I mean, you could play both of these, but it ends up not really doing you any good. I don't know. Pointless. Like, it seems like a total waste. If we just do that for now, the bullseye is still a little bit threatening. Okay, that's a very convenient play to have at this stage, which is kind of baffling, but... Get the block meter from that, and then we don't really have much of a way to recover here. Strike through is cute. I mean, this whole thing is fucking annoying because you're just gonna kill the brain vendor no matter what. Right, like, what's the point? I don't know. I don't have much faith in this one either, but somehow we could maybe do it. Strike through can be a... Okay. I still might not be... Oh, no, I'm dead. Yeah, the star can be so fucking insane at times. But no, I'm not a big fan of this concede bug, and I've not really seen that happen before to me where... you know, in the course of any other points. I don't know why it's happening, like, oh, when you're at higher ranks, or maybe just because I'm playing more often. It's like, okay, I'm supposed to just deal with that because let's just go through the aggro heroes once. I kind of, just with the pace of this, I'm not really, you know, I'll do what I can with the time that I have, but clearly the pace of it is difficult. I'd be more likely setting a goal at, like, oh, I'll get to rank 40. Not that I'll get to rank 50, but it's alright. I guess I just wish I would have done it from the beginning, like the beginning of the season, that I had, you know, only committed to doing this and not try to do other categories or whatever, because I didn't realize it would be this time consuming. Alright, that's good. And then you have the ability to This is a card that arguably shouldn't even be in here because the healing aspect I don't really care too much about. This is a full aggro type of experience as well. This thing can sometimes be okay just to leave there and ignore it, but you can only do that so much because you're going to need these lanes to hit face in too. Right, but as much as possible, at least I can avoid it. And so you have, or at least when you get strike through, it becomes sort of worth it, but not really. Let me do like, I don't know. Do it like this, I guess. Now it seems like a synergy, but it doesn't give me the heal. It just rewards me for already having the heal, so it makes it seem like a synergistic deck. You know, that conjuration effect could be the difference in the game and win me the game somehow because, you know, that's how big of a deal it can be. Okay, that's unfortunate, and now my aggro sensibilities are coming back to bite me a little bit, although the reward isn't too bad. So if I just get rid of that, which I don't even really want to do, like, fuck it. But what's the point? I mean, the same result that you're kind of hoping for. So a true aggro fiend would have gone here and here and just, you know, try to go still kill them in the middle, but my health is too far behind, so this is interesting actually as an aggro card because, well, if it didn't have strike through from that, it wouldn't be, but like, you know, it's gonna both protect me from them potentially finishing me off and do the strike through damage. It's like a weird... Okay, dude, this card is a little bit too good. Health value bugs out. You got Bullseye over there. Now this is a very cute play. If your hero would get hurt, that protects me even beyond this lane, but is he gonna have an answer for it? Because then I can't do anything. Yeah, nobody ever has an armor value of 2 besides that stupid Knight of the Living Dead. I would really wish that was more common of a mechanic. One of the potential cards they could have added in a later expansion if they had so chosen. Now you could just do this if they try to stack up in other lanes. Or you can just do like... Yeah, I'm still gonna ignore that at my own peril because I don't give a shit. And in fact, in this case, you really are justified in not giving a shit because you would have to get rid of the soul patch guy. Right, so he would have to first remove that, then do damage, which will be hard to do in that exact order, at least, so... The strike through would actually win me the game here if I'm not mistaken. So of course, this rank 42 is so bad, he should have played around the fact that I would randomly get this from a discover effect, conjuration effect, and then randomly, you know, get lucky and just fuck it. Like, you could do like a surprise play with this, since this is even on the height, so you could just ignore everything else, but wait. I don't even get why is this not even here, dude? I still got the strike through in, so then maybe I should bait them. Maybe I should bait them and do it this way. This has been insane value because he doesn't seem to really be able to deal with that. Yeah, I'm winning because of a card that's not even in my collection because, you know, you can't diminish the value of strike through, but, or I mean of conjuration, but. And you know, you get these up and down sort of matchups of much lower rated players, but it's sort of a double-edged sword. But at this point it should generally help me, because I can't complain if I face a rank 40 plus because I'm almost rank 40 myself now. But I could complain if I face a whatever, like how when I was ranked 20 I'm facing a rank 40, but and now it even benefits me because on average if I'm seeing rank 15s and stuff sometimes, right, that should be an easy win, but it's not always the case. So this game, ranks are very deceptive. Yeah, we'll do Solar Flare, Infinity, and Combustible. I'll just leave it at that. So if we can't get to 36, 37 plus, it just bothers me because it's so tight. Like, it feels like I almost could have done something with this, but I don't see the mathematical time possibility. And if you measure it, it's maybe not so bad because it's maybe what you should expect, but I don't know. It's just a lot. And again, having a better deck or whatever could have certainly cut down on that, but I went in fully expecting it to be a little more difficult. It's not that I would know the difference because I haven't done it ever in any form, but I don't know. I didn't think it would be like this. What could be so complicated on some of these turns? But let's have you get the disconnect concede bug too, which again, I oddly just like didn't even ever see that happen before. Right, people would sometimes concede at the beginning of a game or disconnect, but I just assumed it was an internet problem or whatever. They're just choosing to do it, but I really don't get it. You can see, like, I'm just not even doing anything, and it's just conceding. Right, it's happened sort of sporadically. Which in the big picture, it might not seem to matter, but it really kills your momentum because you're trying to... You know, I'm on a good streak. I've won 2 in a row. Not a big deal, but... And if there were even win streaks, that would be all the more telling because... I guess that really wasn't necessary, but... You do this and then this, assuming that they summon something weak. Bro, what is this guy's problem with taking so fucking long? Maybe I should start doing that more myself too, as if that would really make a difference in the outcome. It's more just like play the maximum number of games is my, you know, intention. Wait, what? Wait, why did I feel like I was gonna have 4 there? What happened? Wait, this will trade in. That won't do anything. You know, their hand seems pretty light, although this overshoot can be a little bit annoying. Right, so their hand seems to be drying out, which is more of a mid-range type of thing that I care about on some of my other decks, like Wall Knight or something. If they burn out, I can win like that, but... Bro just wants to take all day here, man. Fucking... Which I wouldn't be this impatient normally, but this game just has that quality to it that's like... How complicated could your play possibly be this turn on like turn fucking 3? Why did I swear I would have had 4 mana last turn? Even here, I have to just go with Reckless Abandon, but it depends, I guess, what they summon. It doesn't matter because I don't have anything. I kind of have to do this. I mean, since I don't know what that is, I guess I'll just go somewhere else. There's always a bias to play more so on the left side, but you don't know that. Like, oh, that would have been horrible. So I played around that, but how did I know that he was gonna... You know, because you would have hit it twice of all. So you could finish this off with here. You could make this guy's attack 0. He's one of those cards that just sticks around and is annoying. It doesn't mean it's even that big of a deal, but... Okay, dude. That effect alone is just gonna kill me. Because I won't be able to finish them off in time. Something like another 1 health minion, and then I'll just go like... this and this, or something. Sometimes it feels like the music has been bugging out a lot. That still doesn't kill me. This could be pretty worthwhile. So what you get now is you get to do this and do this. They have 0 brains left, so it's okay. I highly doubt I would have a chance to win, but again, their hand is sort of empty, so there's always a scenario where they really might not have anything else that's good. Like, it could just be dinky 1/1s, whatever, you know, some basic shit that I can deal with, but I don't know. You would need to save something in here, but fuck. The overshoot alone will kill me, so there's nothing I can do. How convenient. You know, I would have even been willing to do this for one of them. How perfect. I even said, maybe all they'll have left is dinky 1/1s, but I wasn't thinking about this one with the well, he had lethal anyway from that. At least he shows me like his full hand, so I knew exactly. Yeah, he didn't have much left, so if I could have lasted a little bit longer, that would have been good. Now let's go to not combustible, to infinity. He's been a pretty good performer. A lot of these aggro decks have been very good performers. It's just more so the style of it. Like, you expect to, but no, getting to rank 30, I could have done presumably at various points, and the reason why is because you can just sort of cheese the win streak. What I can't do is this, where I can't deal with the fact that on one hand there's no win streak, but you're also losing ranks, which I guess you were losing ranks between 20 and 30, but it didn't feel as impactful for that. I just Zerg his dumbass down, and it saves me time too, because, you know, even if I was winning every game with a slower deck, right, you'd rather lose a couple and win. That's sort of a Hearthstone philosophy that I would have at times, just to say, you know, it's like, too bad, because he would have, that positioning is not exactly what I wanted, or it'll still kill that though, or it might not have if you, he's already down to 8. Like, try to understand what's happening here. You're literally already fucking dead. Okay, good. See, finally somebody who actually listens. Not that they're necessarily know who I am or sniping me, but just, that's the kind of win you want to see. Like, you just have no chance. I'm being lazy even about opening packs, and I don't know why, because I could get something from that could be game altering. Right, I just don't even care right now. So 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay, fine. So assuming I have like a week left, which the 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you know, you'd have to get 2 ranks today. I'd have to get to 36 today, or more than 36, 38 or some shit. Like, I don't know. It's just dumb. Like, the whole thing is dumb. Revealed, let's just do that. You usually don't get the value from the environment thing there. I'm not going to wait around for it. I like the ones that are more dynamic. They have heights or environment, so like, it's much easier to do. Now both of these are gravestones, so I can't do that, so I'll just wait. I like this at the beginning when they just don't play anything for a couple of turns though, and just give me the free damage. This is a good finisher. This could be good value. That's unfortunate. Too many of these dinky 1 health things that just fuck around and waste time. You could do this and kill that. Too bad I can't use this effect though. You just gotta give me a couple free turns though here of board presence. I really can't do anything with that, so, you know, with the thing, but I'll save it as like a last resort. Maybe if a couple things stick around, I can do this here. Imagine trying to play like that too. They're trying to play all aggro themselves. Like, you really think it's gonna matter given what I have going here? But probably they have some heals and shit. So we can do this, this and this here, and that'll be a very amazing board to buff. Right, where that won't even kill anything, although it will serve to defend pretty well. That I don't care too much about, but this is gonna be an excellent turn potentially, where you have whatever he gets is going to be probably good. All zombies in your hand get +1/+1. Most legendaries in this game are pretty good in their own right? They don't require synergies as much as everything else. This is high voltage current. What is it doing again? +1 berry does damage. Destroys on. Okay, at least that shows you they're in sort of desperation mode. Unfortunately, I don't get any damage there at all, though. Right, even though the board was good and I got the buff that I wanted and everything. I don't care so much about either of these. I more so care about the, Okay, this could be good. This could be good. All zombies in your hand get +1/+1. But I don't really want to play it there, but I don't have a choice. You get so constrained with your space sometimes here that I could turn this guy into a gravestone, I guess, just to save it, or anybody who's gonna get killed. Okay. Wait, how did that not... Oh, no, it's Dino Roar, obviously, so it wouldn't have happened yet. Wait, he's still leaving himself vulnerable, too. Oh, shit. He's leaving himself vulnerable to getting finished off by this in the following turn. You could move something, but I don't feel the need to, so... You're going to be down easily within the lethal range, and you could even do that. How convenient. Get saved. But see, at least I had the one brain left. That at least should be how it works. It shouldn't be like it's free. Oh, he's going to fuck me over, though. Damn it. It's going to be like a free real estate scenario where you get to play it for free. Like, what logic is there behind that? You know what I mean? You should have to have enough left over. Brains or sun. Why would you do it like that either? Because, oh, shit. I always try to talk shit and then I get punished. No, this is still a... I mean, look at that, bro. Look at that. Oh, my God. So I'll have 1 HP, assuming you don't get something else, and just... Okay, dude. And it doesn't even matter. It still doesn't even matter. Because all I need is a minion to play, and I should still win. I mean, first of all, with the strike through alone, assuming they don't have a way to get rid of it, but also, I don't even need that. It's just the timing of it. No! So fucking dumb. Okay, let's just do combustible and I'm good, dude. That's maybe how it should still be. Every session should just be like go through every hero once, because I can't do this shit like forever, man. But the fact that it is taking this long is a form of defeat too. Right, if I can't do it, I can't do it within a reasonable amount of time, which is certainly excessive. I wasn't expecting to even put this much time into it. But it just doesn't feel like I'm really genuinely defeated, because you're more like, if I really had enough time, but I mean, how much time do I really want? Like, I'd have to do this shit 10 hours a day. So you'll have turn 2 play. Also very aggro focused. Combustible's always been very good to me. Right, since I ever first got him a long time ago. He was my first new hero, and one of only 2 new heroes that I've ever gotten. I've never gotten one from a pack. That is really surprising. Over the course of this whole run, right, I've not gotten a single hero from a pack. Now here we can buff the little leafy guy, I guess. Depending on what he does. Maybe destroy something that's going to protect my shit. I could do kind of both if he plays like 2 things there. Okay. Alright, that at least keeps up the pressure, and it would also kill him off. So, let's see what we can do. But no, it's amazing how inane the block meter can be, where it gets off all this kind of shit in a way that you don't really want, so... Okay, dude. I guess I'll set up for something, but I just don't even know what the point of this is. It's a very good card for this purpose, which you don't see very often, but... There's a lot of these weenies with... Okay. With 1 health that are easy to knock down. Okay, that might be the best that I really can do here. Surely they'll have a trick to counter it, but the pace of this one is so slow that you get... The animation is always pretty cool, at least. So he'll keep getting whatever he wants, deal 2 damage. I don't even care too much about that. I just care about... yeah, is that really going to make a difference now? You have 3, 4, 5, 6 here. I don't even necessarily care about that either, but... Now they're already down to a mere 5. So now we could potentially finish them off here if we surprise them or whatever, but literally exactly as planned. Just need one finishing move. We could get rid of one thing here. We could hit them in the face here. Right, deal 1. Oh, wow. He has an infinite amount of that. Deal damage to 1. Wait. The first time it does damage. I guess the frenzy would potentially kill me, but it won't actually kill me because... Wait, what? I was expecting that to pop the block meter, I guess, but... Oh, and of course, RNG will tell you that this dictates the outcome here. Let's do like maybe one more hero then. It'll be the Yeti. There's like these hard stuck moments where it seems like you're not able to progress, but it's not that I'm not able to. Like at 31 or something, I was like that too. I was stuck for like a day or two, but then I still was able to do it. It's just sort of random. You just have to go on a good streak for a certain period of time, as in, you know, just a good stretch of games, which I can't do because every time I'm facing a hacker or a bug that breaks the momentum that I would have potentially had of, you know, this stupid ass, you know, Green Shadow doing what he's doing. That'd be especially annoying if you were actually on a win streak. Like, oh wow, what a great start, man. Now I'm actually gonna concede for real, but that might be something you come to find out. Maybe I've never conceded from a single game in this whole run. I probably have, but generally I do it as a rule where I don't like to do that. Like even in chess, if you say like, you know, I don't want to see a draw, I don't want to concede, I want to play it out to a proper conclusion out of honor and integrity that nobody apparently has. So you're gonna get like a 15 damage cowboy to make up for the fact that you'd have to just give him bullseye, and I forget exactly how you can do that, but that would be obviously god level. Even that, it would still survive it, so that doesn't even matter. It would get up to there and kill both. This can be so versatile for, you know, clearing the board purposes too. Or then again, the block meter will cuck me because then it's no longer doing damage, so it won't do that. Or no, I guess it will because it'll still get there, so that's pretty good value, cowboy. I don't think I've ever had one that's gone all 5 lanes, but it's understandable. They're always going to have something, you know, one way or another. We'll just go with that for now. Hope they can't deal with it. If they can, then we have this. Okay, that's still fine though, actually, as much as I'm scared of that. The amount of face damage that actually does is nuts. I mean, he would kill me before I'm even able to do anything. Right, like what am I... Or no, I guess he'll hit me for like... He'll hit me for 246 unless he has something else. I need to kill that. I mean, that is an unbelievable effect. It's like the 3-peater on steroids. And you know what's so good about it too is it doesn't even have to worry about where it's placed. It's not like, oh, it has to be here so it hits the lanes from there. It can just be, it can just be, you know, anywhere on the board. The way the 3-peater would have to be like exactly where you want it to be. Okay, maybe I'll do even still one more. Fuck it, dude. Yeah, that is, you know, let's actually open some packs too. I don't care. If there's some special pack, this might be one of our last times actually doing something. Captain Combustible pack, Infinity pack. I wouldn't mind getting Captain Cucumber's really good. I wouldn't mind getting what else is good in here? A lot of people use the Gatling P very effectively, but I don't feel like it's actually that great of a card. You could get the Bell here. That would give me a win condition for some of these decks. That I do some. Let me do one of each. Or no, wait, they're 200 though. This could obviously benefit the Yeti and otherwise too with the sneaky and stuff. Yeah, nothing even new with that one. Smoking lasers. Yeah, that would be the real collection challenge here. Try to get to the point where I can complete like one deck recipe in this whole collection, like one of the strategy decks. Not a single one with any character do I have a full deck. Okay, we'll just go with Wall Knight till we lose. It'll probably be to a disconnect somehow. This can be very valuable. Maybe I shouldn't play it right away. Alright, that's fine. And the best way to win with this deck is to sort of fill up the board and do it in such a way that you have a lot of people just haven't played this month at all. Look at this. All these people. Everybody's got to be a tryhard who's always trying to get... Whatever, is this the trick one? Okay. Even if you do it twice, you would still trade in with the 1 damage AoE. Alright, wasn't expecting that. Now do I really have to do this as a static play? Because I don't want to. You'd maybe do this, I guess. Normally you would want to play on the board and care about that with this sort of matchup, but... Or with just even with being Wall Knight, but... If it's going to be fruitless like this, why even bother? Right, you're not really going to kill it anyway. You got Star Lord, you got this. Conjure and Nod attack becomes 3. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. Like why I'm doing it like this. Yeah, that's kind of useless. Yeah, this guy neither has team up nor is he considered even a nut, so it's kind of weird despite all the synergy. Obviously the effect is very valuable. So no good curve play is present here. You can do this shit again. Okay, we got a couple good value things from that, but we have to do it in such a way that we get, I mean, once these things get out of hand, there's nothing you can do about it. This almost seems like maybe a deck I would use that, you know, untrickable shenanigans, since I like the mechanic so much. You could try to trade something in here, but I mean, it's obviously over. I should just do this. Oh, whoops. I love it if somebody kills themselves with that effect without realizing it. Like they've won, but they don't... I'm dead anyway. Yeah, like the whole cost aspect of these doesn't make sense. Why they do it like... Wait, what? We get another chance here, but it's not really worth it even. That's okay. No, he's just got an infinite number of tricks, and so if I... Oh, shit. Like, what is the win condition here? What would I have to do? I mean, I'd have to get a heal. I'd have to clear the board. Doom Shroom is obviously a very good counter to this, because you typically get 5 attack plus from doing it. Yeah, this is maybe a little more competitive of a game than I would have thought in this day and age in this state, but then again, some of these people can still be bots, or I don't know. Just the activity level is what surprises me. All these people are from China and stuff, I guess, because they're not allowed to play other games, because everything's banned and stuff. Right, for other reasons. So the result is you end up having a game like this be popular there, probably. I assume, I don't know. But that would be a good way to explain it. Alright, I'll do yet another one just because I'm not happy with the way some of this is gone. I don't know if I made a new... No, I guess I didn't because of the name. You would know from that. I should make like a new Smash deck just because those are the weak links that I'm trying to correct. You know, they all have their moments, but I don't know. I would have more faith if I had to choose just doing the aggro decks all the time. Right, because you're able to basically... Well, first of all, save yourself time. But second of all, you save yourself time, but you also can beat these decks with really high-end, top-end meta value because it won't matter. They won't get to the point if you win. If you win, you won't get to the point of doing that. The reality is I simply can't deal with that, and so I'll never be able to do anything. Still, sometimes they draw it so early, like, oh, you know, they'll immediately already get it. Just because they have that doesn't mean they're guaranteed to get it. Move a plant probably would be worth it, but fuck it. This is kind of like a very slow play, right? You almost shouldn't even bother trying to go for the effect, but... Okay, he clearly likes the Magic Beanstalk. At least with his commitment, I can understand. Let's see here. It's not like I'm really trying to play an aggro style anyway, but this is meant to be more mid-range deck, like the ones I have left now. I have like, obviously Wall Knight, Green Shadow, Smash, and the Yeti. Right, it was also Bad Moon Rising, but then I changed that. The Combustible, Solar Flare, Super Brains, and Infinity. So now it's split 4-4. Even though that has some top-end upside value, it doesn't mean that he's still not super likely to have gotten a whole bunch of these in his hand, though, because, you know, it's a 40-card deck. They could all be at the bottom. It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter about me protecting this because the heal definitely makes a big difference there. This we can kind of fuck around a little bit. That's going to be handy for sure. Even if he buffs its health somehow, I'll move it to there. I may have to use this shit on there, even though I don't want to. This one was looking pretty hopeless, but now it actually doesn't look so bad. It's just, I'm not going to get the chance to do anything. So now we're on an even, empty, sort of clean board. This we could at least do to make sure that we block it. Whatever else he summons, assuming it's only one thing. We have the block meter too, so we can do this. So yeah, whatever he does there, I can move it there after I destroy this. Does he get to see what it is that he knocked back on the thing? I forget how that works. Like, do you get to see what you bounced from the gravestone if you do? Now you could still lose in a general sense here because you could lose in a general sense because of the simple fact that you have whatever. Okay, go here. The healing from that should be good. Yeah, something happened weird with this before where it didn't actually heal. Was it because maybe they absorbed it with their block meter, but I feel like they didn't? I'm not gonna blame bugs for any of my woes, but clearly at least that one concession thing is very annoying, where it like forces you to concede. This is a big underdog kind of game that I highly doubt is going to be successful. Even with the heal, right, I'm pretty much gonna be dead. We've had multiple times here where it seems like it's over and then I get lucky. You can do like this, you can do like this. You have to rely on the heal, and if I don't get it, then I'm dead. Okay. It's a good intense back and forth. I mean, so we can concede around rank 35, even though I'm gonna still keep doing this. I tried my best, dude. I would stand by my level of play for the most part. I would stand by whatever decks even I have. It's just like, there's only so much you can do with this. Which I would still say I could get to rank 50 with this, but the amount of time would be so unrealistic that I have to do like 12 hours a day that I can accept the fact that that wasn't meant to be. Yeah, I won't say that as an excuse because going into this, I didn't expect to even have to do it this much. So I can't say, oh yeah, I could have totally done it if I did it 12 hours a day, but that wasn't meant to be part of the criteria because you have, we'll do Green Shadow too, fuck it. This is where we started when we were on that 2-game win streak and then we get the disconnect loss. Like, are you fucking stupid? The concede loss. Like, maybe I shouldn't count those. At least as far as breaking the, it'll still count as far as taking away my stars, but as far as like bro, what? It'll count as far as breaking my, like, making me play another hero because I technically didn't lose, but somehow it counts. We are trying to play on the board with this guy. Okay, I'll definitely just go till this one is done. So we got I shouldn't be that surprised because this is the kind of game where people even say, oh, the meta is stale. Not that people don't say that in every game, but it's so clear. Like, obviously, if I just made a rank 50 caliber deck, I could get to rank 50. Like, this is not, these are not exactly that, although I do have some really good cards to where I would almost consider it like, you know, oh wow, you have double dark matter dragon fruit and you have this and that, like all these legendaries, but it doesn't mean it's entirely cohesive with that. Like, but it's borderline good enough, but it's not quite good enough where you'll have all the top level synergies and everything like that. This is arguably worth flipping back, maybe. I don't think I even care that much about it though. Go ahead, buff it even more. Although the temporary, you know, one turn buff at a time stuff is annoying. That's not a very good use of that card either. The more you commit to it, the more I feel like, you know, why even bother worrying about it? Do either of these? I almost want to do this. +1/+1. Plant trick is played. Oh my god. What a fucking nutty turn that was. Like, what the fuck? The kind of thing like where if I survive it, I'll actually be fine. That actually kind of helps me because it cuts down on the damage to the face. This thing is out of control. The flip effect will be cool and all. We can see that is so perfect because it's a temporary effect. Now that's not even really a 9-4, but right, so you're getting the most out of it. Wow. What a perfect synergy. Like, even if you think, oh, that's what this deck is made to do, it's like, I don't know if I'd be so sure about it. You theoretically still survive here, right? You'll trade, you'll block, you'll survive, but it pretty much shows that there's no possible win condition for me here. Even that will at least be frozen. So I got those 2 event cards that I'm not using because I don't know how exactly I got them. The Scaredy Cat and the Pumpkin guy, Pumpkin. Even though, you know, you could be, oh, it's just because you're playing in October, but since when did they just give you shit like that for free? Alright, this seems like a definite loss. Maybe we'll do one more. We'll do Bad Moon Rising. I mean, there's nothing you can do, bro. You could have maybe played the... Or no, I shouldn't have even done that, but... Maybe you could have gotten really lucky with the block. No, but not with that. You could have played this here, moved that there, hit that, gotten saved by the block meter. But again, for what? Like, am I really gonna win? Yeah, you wouldn't have gotten saved by the block meter evidently anyway. So now you have, let's do Bad Moon Rising once over. Yeah, like the win rate kind of shows you already that it doesn't matter, but you can still kind of cheese your way through it just with the sheer amount that you play. The Brain Vendor is always very good value, and of course we get the ability to basically, you know, do it with Bad Moon Rising in such a way that's very good. You could play 4 of them and Bad Moon Rising in the same turn, but it's like you're not going to be probably in a comfortable enough spot to do that because you want to, you don't want to play them all together like that. Or, you know, you would need to play them more rationally throughout the course of the game. You probably would do, you could do both of those together. You could do these 2 together. This is meant to be an aggro deck anyway, but, you know, you could maybe worry about that if you wanted to. I don't know, it somehow sounds better as Pumpkin than Pumpkin. Let's see what we got. You can do 3/3 and then +2 when it hurts to play a hero conjure card that costs 2 or less. You know, I almost would want the anti-hero, but that conjuration could be sort of game altering, so right, where we just rely on shit that we get like that. Alright, that doesn't even bother me too much because you're sort of not putting a lot of pressure yourself. We could do this here, I guess. Although we won't get really the value from that then. And of course the block meter can always fuck over these type of effects too. The okay, so now that's gonna kind of fuck over. Pretty intimidating board, but he's really protecting that pumpkin very well. Or I guess I mostly just ignored it though. We conjure a card and cost 2 or less, which is right up my alley because I would want it to be something easy I can play here. This is all zombies get +2/+2. I love even saying that. Why does it need to specify zombie evolution? What else am I gonna do as a zombie besides... You know, it's not like that's an archetype like nut evolution or something. I should do this, I guess, but I can't really figure out. Or no, fuck. That gravestone thing fucks you over. I guess I could bounce the fucker and then I'll get like another thing here. Like I'll get another monster out of it, but I'm not so keen about that. Now we're setting up for Bad Moon Rising as well, but... Okay, this guy can be a little deceptive. Actually, but no, let's do it. Because now I'll do what I was intending to do last turn. Alright, that should be a very strong play. How the fuck do you deal with this board, dude? And then even if you fail to and survive, you'll get Bad Moon Rising. I almost want to see you survive just so I can get this, but famous last words. You won't die here necessarily. But I'll still have a lot of things out here. It doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed to win either, but just with them being that incredibly low, it's hard for me to believe that you wouldn't be able to do this. Right, like you're presenting lethal, you're gonna even be better with this. Okay. You don't even let me BM you properly by playing Bad Moon Rising, even though it would just be a good play anyway. It doesn't mean you have to do it like that. Just to be safe in case of whatever they get. I've never seen it like where it really fucks you over. Unless your board is somehow even stronger than that. Than what you'd get out of it. Like what is a negative effect that you could get from a 5+ cost zombie that would fuck you over? Okay, just don't counter the anti-hero, which you don't. We could take the block meter. We could do this. You should maybe sometimes save this because you feel like you're basically... I don't know. Save this in case you want to do it at a more crucial time later on. All that's helping to do is farm out my block meter, which really doesn't bother me. We could do this and something else, but it feels kind of like a waste. I'd rather do, I don't know what I'd rather do even. Because, yeah, like why even bother doing it? I could do this plus the cowboy next turn or something. At least this will stay alive is kind of the whole point. So now you have, move a zombie, bonus attack. This is aggro, but it has the upside of the... It has the upside of being able to... Well, why is it even written like that with all these fucking stupid symbols? You could do this, hit him in the water. You could also do this, even though it would just die. So... I don't know. Seems like a waste to play the Brain Vendor if you're just setting something up to fail like that. You should get in potentially 6 here, which alone could be enough to kill you. Because you have the block meter here. Or I guess not somehow. Now he'll be down to 1, and the strike through that I can do here. You know, couldn't this be a double kill moment? Like, where, you know, you would strike through and kill him, I would strike through and die, assuming that would be enough even. So I actually will probably die because... Or no, I guess I can destroy one of them with the thing. I could destroy one of those with this, and one of them will trigger my block meter, hopefully. Okay. Hopefully. Right, so they would have been setting up for lethal otherwise. I'll do this one because the strike through is otherwise going to be irrelevant. Like, I would have hit you with that anyway. But I guess it won't kill it though. Man. So again, once again, RNG with the block meter, where it could have potentially saved me and is very likely to save me. Okay, see you later. See you tomorrow, probably. Okay, so today marks the final phase of this Permadeath Gauntlet playthrough that we've done, because there's only like 4 or 5 days left, so I have a very unlikely challenge ahead where I'd have to get 15 ranks. I'm at rank 35. From rank 35 to rank 50 in only like 4 or 5 days, whatever it is. Could be like maybe 6 days, like the 15th, assuming. And what's weird is I actually got these event cards, so it might have been the first time that I've ever gotten them through the ticket thing, is I forgot that you get them for just playing like regular games. Well, obviously they have the bonus hero thing that always shows up, but I never paid attention to it because I never and why is it only 150 too? So I got this one and the scaredy cat, and I guess I got it just because I'm playing so much more than normal that I finally was able to do that, right? Like, you know, I played obviously this whole month every day. The one noteworthy thing about this playthrough is it's going to actually create a situation where I abandon my regular schedule, because I normally have a schedule where like every day I have a fixed category that I do. So this game I would only play on Friday, and then like Sunday I would play Hearthstone, and Monday I would play Magic, and Tuesday I would play chess. So every day had its own like fixed set category. And in the course of doing this, I've had to give up doing my other categories, because this last month, pretty much, or at least the last couple of weeks, I've only done this game every single day because I don't have time for anything else. So that's actually what this game is going to make me do going forward, right? This is the last 5 days I'm playing it, regardless whether I succeed or fail. We can just end on a triumphant note or not, right? Whether I get to keep my collection and whether I, you know, really accomplish what I set out to do. But the deeper point is it's made me want to give up my other formal schedule just so I have it open-ended, so I can either do a hard committed challenge like this, so like one game every single day, which I haven't done that sort of thing in a while, or I have the freedom to kind of just do whatever I want. That's kind of the urge that it gave me as I was doing this. Like, it's kind of nice not having a fixed schedule and I can just do whatever I want. Even if I've been forcing myself to do this every day, that's fine. It gives me like either that laser focus that I can really commit to a run, a permadeath run, a hard mode, or whatever. I could do another challenge. I could try to do the same thing for Magic, where, you know, I have to get to Mythic rank in 1 month. Otherwise, I have to delete my account there. Right, and if I fail that, I could segue, or whether I fail or succeed, it could be similar. If I fail, I have to delete my account. If I succeed, I get to segue to Magic Online, right? Something like that. So this series literally ended my whole schedule, right? Just because it's not really anything negative. It's just the fun of, I like that sort of freedom, and I've been doing this fixed schedule for a while, which is not something I ever normally used to do in the past. The closest to that I had before was like I would alternate days. I would do like one day as a story game, one day as a hard mode. So I would sort of alternate, like Monday I'm doing a story game like Life is Strange or something, and then Tuesday I'm doing my hard mode, which is like PvZ hard mode or whatever, something else, right? Paper Mario hard mode or something. So we lost his green shadow and that. And so the only thing I'll say is a light failure state that we have here. This is a sort of series that's like a hard mode, even though it is a permadeath run too, where like there was no built-in failure state to it. So for example, I could have played this all day every day as long as I want until I got it, right, within the month, obviously within the season. But the point is that I'm not conceding anything, but if I do fail this, the whole realization is that's still understandable, because the failure isn't that, it's not that I don't think I could do it even with the collection I have and everything, it's that I don't believe I could do it in time, right? And that's understandable, because going into it, I like when I'm saying I'm going to do the challenge, I'm not expecting that I would have to do this every single day, first of all, but even beyond that, I'm not expecting that I should have to do it like 12 hours a day. So even if I could somehow do that, and even if I somehow had time to do that, I'm not going, that's like unreasonable, right? So like there is a certain soft failure state in that, like, you know, even in hard mode series, like where I don't have a proper failure state, like PvZ hard mode itself, I'm doing those mini games for weeks and weeks and months and whatever, right? So at some point, even if I'm only doing it once a week, so at some point it's like I didn't fail because there was no failure state. I can keep doing it till I get it. But there's this implication that if it takes such an unreasonable amount of time, that is sort of like a moral defeat that you're taking, and so I kind of let it go, even if I can come back to it. Kind of like with, you know, I wanted to make like a format where I go back and do those throwbacks to sort of try to finish stuff that I never, you know, that I left hanging, like that, like Doom Nightmare Mode level 3, right, where I just got stuck on that, or Ava from Dark Souls 2. It's like none of those have failure states because they're not permadeath runs, but when you take such an extreme amount of time, now you realize that when you take such an extreme amount of time, you realize that basically you're in a position to you can kind of accept the fact that if it takes that long, like, oh yeah, I could have done it if I played 10 hours a day, because again, the matchups are sort of favorable, that you get like all these lower rank matchups, and so it's nothing about like rank 35 that actually bothers me. You know, oh, all of a sudden I'm getting hard stuck at rank 35, but it really has nothing to do with it, because you know what I mean? Like rank 31 to 32 took me a while. Rank 30 to 35 has taken me a while, right? There's nothing different about this. The matchups are relatively the same, right? So that's not the issue. The issue is just, well, partly it's that stupid ass bug that I don't want to use as an excuse, but we're on a little good streak. We've won like 2 or 3 in a row, and then we lose to, you've conceded, right? You get that message as soon as the beginning of the game, whether it's because they're hacking or whether it's because of a bug. I'm not saying that automatically would make the difference, but at least it sort of breaks your momentum, right? Where I'm just trying to get into it, get in a rhythm, even though there are no win streak bonuses anymore. I feel like I should get at least a taco rank 40, because that would be like a good emblematic thing to do. Right, as far as basically like, even if I fail the challenge and can't get to rank 50, I should at least get to 40 for the first time, because we would I mean, even I got to 30 for the first time in the context of this too. But yeah, I should get at least to 40, because that feels like some sort of checkpoint of sorts, and that should be doable. Getting to 50 is probably not doable, because I simply am not going to have remotely enough time. But again, if it takes this unreasonable amount of a time, again, that's a form of failure, because you wouldn't expect it to have to do that. This card is arguably questionable, like why even have it in here, but it's okay. We're playing with 2 or less. That's not a very impactful play here. Yeah, I've been sort of tired in some of these episodes. I've been half asleep. I've been having to give up my other categories. I've been having to do this every day. I've been having to do long sessions, like so many things that I didn't expect to do. I guess that's my bad karma for expecting this to be easy, because oh, it's a casual mobile game, but which it is. But you know, it's okay. Again, nothing is an excuse. It is what it is. I'm gonna still try my best, but just mathematically, if you think about like, when did I get to rank 30? Probably like a week ago. So in a week, I've only gotten like 5 ranks, maybe even more. Like, you know, maybe it's been longer than that. So getting from rank 1 to rank 30 only took like maybe 2 weeks, which doesn't seem that great, but I wasn't even playing as much or every day or anything, right? So but getting from 30 to 35 has taken an insane amount of time, where if every 5 takes this long, there's no way I can do it. But no, this is pretty fun. Like, we've had some epic, amazing kind of games in doing this. I almost want to do this, but there's no real, well, you really could almost win with this. I don't know why I'm doing that. Like, that would it, wait, what? Oh, I miscalculated that too. But no, like, even then it wouldn't have been lethal. So what I was thinking is somehow, I don't know why I did that. Like, I could have killed that pretty easily. I totally fucked up. This stupid ass guy, man. At least the block meter didn't trigger, but I mean, it's going to anyway. So this would kill this here. And so they always lose their buffs and stuff when they come out of that. Okay, he's trying to be all cute, dude. That's the ultimate cute play. Okay, I don't even really care for much, but... I don't even know why I did that. Just get him to 1 HP. I don't care about getting him below it, right? Just get him there, and then we can finish that off in due course. But then they'll make like a copy of it or some shit. Yeah, this has been a heck of a journey. Basically a year-long playthrough, first playthrough, free to play, no crafting, you know, just very blind, very fresh, very positive community that I like. Right, very good YouTube series. There's so many things about it that are good. Again, the goal is get them as low as possible. Or does that mean if I hit him for like 9 exact, that it wouldn't do any damage? Or like if this guy's attack value was 9, would it kill him? It wouldn't kill him, but would it stay at 9 because he can't be reduced below, you know, below 1, so it would just not even do damage? Or would it get him to 1 regardless? But that thing is almost dead, but it's just, you know, I can kill it, in fact, on demand here. I just can't do enough damage. You could do something like this, but I'd be conceding to taking way too much damage in doing this. Right, you'll do 8. You'll be down to 1. If I didn't waste that berry blast earlier that didn't really do anything, it would have been fine. I'm pretty low as well. So again, could this not be a moment where you get like a double kill? Because, you know, the strike through is going to hit both ways, but he could get it first because I don't know how this works. Like, he attacks first, so technically he could win, but then it depends on the block meter. So the zombies always get the first hit, I guess. That all doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is even that doesn't matter because it's not about the zombie being hurt, right? It's about the strike through damage. Yeah, I actually win now. Yeah. It doesn't even let me use my fucking shit that I got from the block meter. So what I'm saying is, if that triggered, would that mean that it's like a draw? We both lose at the same time. But I think I've seen that interaction happen before, and it's actually a case where it actually means that they just win first because they get the damage off first, right? Which is weird. That almost should be a draw when you're presenting lethal damage like that both ways. Leave that. This is good. Yeah, Solar Flare has been really good. I should almost have tried to make a deck with all the rest of these. I changed some of my decks and made like a quote-unquote new one just because whatever. Like, I made Super Brains more aggro. I made something for Wall Knight. I made something for Green Shadow with the ice. I've done at least some of them, but some of them I almost don't care, or I feel like it's stupid. It doesn't feel like it's going to make much of a difference, but I have nothing to lose because clearly I'm struggling. But then again, some of these I would vouch for their performance. It's just, I'd have to go on some crazy streak. Maybe something will change though. Maybe the next couple days will be super easy and uncompetitive because everybody who's a super high rank will stop playing. But this guy's the bane of my existence because, you know, he's already ranked 50. So if people like that play on the ladder, you're screwed, because it's like they're just farming you and trolling you. You've already gotten there, so like, what do you want? Right, at least for something, that's a good synergy because it will double up. I'm surprised he wouldn't have really found a way to deal with it, which now he does. I'm in a very good spot because they only have 3 cards. That's always something I like to see. This thing is going to be a little bit problematic, but I almost shouldn't care about it. Or imagine how good that would have been too with the stupid ass. Or I could just kill him now. It might be worth it. It might actually be worth it because it's going to be so difficult. Oh, shit. It's going to be so difficult to deal with that. If we keep our shit alive there, that really wasn't even worth it. But with how much he's playing tricks, it might be okay. He would have probably traded in, but we're just trying to protect our little dinosaurs here. So that was a questionable play. You can go here with this. This would be okay, I guess. It seems maybe a little premature. It's a little tough because you have the ability. Oh, fuck off. Is he gonna have yet another one to keep it alive? Okay, so this dude starts the game with 3 of these in his fucking hand. Right, you could say, oh, it's a trick focus deck where that's a big feature of it, but what are the chances you'd have that much? So let's play both of these. We're sort of burning out of shit myself, but their hand is kind of empty too. He is a rank 36, but no, it's nothing about rank 36 that really bothers me. It's just a simple fact that we have, you know, or rank 35 that I'm at. It's the same matchups basically that we've been facing the whole time. So by doing that, I actually lost damage because I lost damage because, you know, oh, the block meter triggered. But how do I know that is going to happen? All right, the strike through would be very good. I can't argue with it. I'm not going to argue with you. What is that line from? It's like from Fargo. I'm not going to debate you, Jerry. I'm not going to debate. I always thought that was one of the most overrated movies ever. Not even that it's bad. It's just not as much of a masterpiece as people make it out to be. He's down to 1, and I can't guarantee anything. Right, he's got 8 brains, and this is exactly where they start to make some epic comeback because there's nothing you can do. Right, if they just have too many resources, maybe he doesn't, but... What does zombie do for it? Yeah, here it comes, dude. Here it comes. We won't be able to get in 1 damage now for the rest of my life. You can get a berry blast. I don't have too many other forms of direct damage besides that. Oh, how convenient that... Whatever. How convenient that you would get something that would benefit from the hot lava when I don't even have anything to play out there. Make it 2-3. Everybody loves this damn card. But yeah, I'm all for sort of hardcore challenges. I just haven't had the time to maybe live up to them, but it shouldn't always be about the time either. +1/+1 if you played at least 6 times, made at least 6 on. So they're down to literally 1 HP, and they're gonna have an answer for everything I do, but at least that's an expensive answer. I still get the block meter. They could have maybe just finished me off if they had another minion. Okay, so if I get Berry Blast, I could win. If not, I lose pretty much. Oh, shit. You ask and you... No! You ask and you receive. Famous last words. If I get Berry Blast, I win, but you won't give me the chance, dude. Alright, we do Infinity. Yeah, I definitely have had these aggro decks grow on me a bit. In fact, my favorite concept is Bad Moon Rising here, because I play it like it's aggro, obviously Super Brains. I play it like it's aggro, and then if I get Bad Moon Rising, then all more power to me. If I don't, then that's fine too. But no, basically this game gives me a unique privilege in doing this, because if it was any other game, and I didn't really fully understand or appreciate this all the way, but like the fact that you get these lower rank matchups means that I have a chance to actually get to rank 50. Whereas if it was like a normal game, like, oh, once I get to rank 40, now I'm only going to play rank 40s, like relative to what I am. Like a rank 45, you're going to play a 44 or 46. You're not going to play a rank 20. You're not going to play a rank 50, a rank 30. So the point is you would have... yeah, what fucking use did that even serve? So the point is you can exploit these lower rank matchups. If I was only playing people my own rank, at a certain point I wouldn't be able to progress, right? Because I would just lose. I wouldn't be able to beat them consistently. I've beaten rank 40s, but not consistently. I even beat a rank 50 twice in a row. That's going to be the highlight of this whole run, but I don't fully agree because... you know, it's obviously a fluke, and I haven't done it consistently, and his win rate against me is far better. So, and I don't think he's the type to really pretend. Like, it's not like he lost on purpose or something. He would have probably, you know, he's trying hard, and has really good decks that he's using. He's not like the type to just mess around, I don't think. Although once you rank 50, there's really not much else to do. This dude is ranked 47, and it's taken him some time to progress too, which is a bad sign for me because, you know, look, if it's that hard for him with presumably a better collection or whatever, I'm not going to act like I'm such an expert on the game or that I'm a master of the meta, but I think I played generally pretty well. It's just sometimes it doesn't matter, right? I can play as well as I want, and it is like a loser's mentality, though, to use time as an excuse. That shouldn't have been a reason for anything. We could use both of these tricks here. I don't know exactly on what we're going to use it. But yeah, we've had so many of these close call kind of games where it seems like I'm going to win and then something clutch happens. When it's already made 2 half bananas. Is that really a good play when they already have, you know, when this is a 2 cost? Just don't have an answer in that. Sometimes that can be a really bad play to make. That fact that I sort of overdo it. Okay, that doesn't bother me, because that wouldn't have mattered. That's sort of superfluous. Right, it was already gonna go. So they're down to 6. I'm down to 11, which doesn't bother me at all. Make 2 half bananas here next door. Yeah, that card we've seen quite a bit, and it's been annoying, although they didn't play it to its maximum capacity there at least. Some of the same cards you start seeing a little bit too much, which you could say, oh, that's true in any card game in any meta state. But it's a little bit different because, you know, there's just fewer cards, so at least you'd see like see similar cards of the same archetype or the same purpose, but not the same exact card every time. I'm just too tired to even do it, man. Like, I must admit, that's one thing that takes the fun out of doing certain things for me, too. Is like, when like, this whole idea of doing a 24-hour stream, or like, staying up all night and doing it, like, sometimes I have the desire to do that. Like, even with chess challenges, I was trying to say, oh, I'm gonna do that. But then at a certain point, it's like, I'm not really having fun. I'd rather go to bed and wake up and do it, like, but... yeah, the reality is it's very tough, and I'm going to lose to a rank 20 here. Because you're not able to actually do anything at all. Now, doesn't that move it left? Yeah. So I was even going to say, oh, if I get that rocket thing, it would win me the game, but I'm not going to be able to... So 2 games in a row where I effectively have lethal, but in this case the block meter saves them. In the last game, the other thing saves them. The I forgot the fact that I mean, I can't do anything. Right, there's mathematically nothing I can do. That's almost the meme I should play into with this kind of game. I've said that so many times. Like, there's just nothing I can do. This guy, like, is robbing a convenience store, and some dude is standing around, and he keeps saying, oh, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do, because, like, they won't enforce the laws. So if you attack him, you get punished worse. Right, that's what the cops will do. If somebody's robbing you, you just have to take it, and the cops won't do anything to punish or stop them from robbing you. But then if you try to beat them up in self-defense, now you get in trouble, and they'll come right after you. So that shows you how stupid they are. Like, they can afford to come after you for self-defense, but they can't afford to come after them for whatever they did. You know, I'd like to at least get to rank 40 in general, but I'm too tired. I'll do it tomorrow. I put in a good amount of time. I gave it a good, sincere effort. I wouldn't rule out that it would have been possible, but... you know, I made a mistake by just underestimating how long I expected it to take, too, from the outset, because you have the ability to... like, I should have abandoned my schedule sooner and stuff. Maybe it seems dumb, but I'll still do it. Alright, that's annoying, but at least they get it out of the way early, and you also have only 2 cards left in their hand. So I always like to see that, but that's still more of a mid-range type of thing. I would care about that more in the context of the fact of being able to... I forgot. Like, it doesn't matter as much, really, the way we're looking at it here. But that one's kind of overdone it a little bit as far as the buffing. Probably going to make it an easy target for some removal here. Please don't be the exact thing that he needs, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. Conjure environment. I guess he didn't have an answer, and he's probably going to get saved by the block meter. But he might not. But even if he does, we have some... fuck. We have a very good turn here, assuming yeah, some of these ranks I've been stuck out for a certain period of time that is a bit demoralizing. The fact that, you know, you're able to spend like a week on like 5 ranks. By that logic, it would take you a month alone just to get from 30 to 50. Yeah, this game is very fast-paced, so at least that aspect isn't something I can complain about. Like, you know, it's not gonna last in like these 30-minute to an hour-long games that you sometimes see, like in Hearthstone, or at least not most of the time. You could say, oh, that's just because I'm playing an aggro deck, but it's really not, because, you know, it just... Okay, it's not too big of a deal. Zombies here have hunt when a zombie enters or leaves. It gets +1/+1. Okay. Come on, hurry up. Whatever, dude. Yeah, in the last couple weeks at least, I've done this literally every single day, so I certainly can't shortchange my effort level. I don't know why I even did it like that. Let's just go till we lose this combustible, which is going to be clearly right now anyway. Yeah, this whole series was like a series of just happy accidents. The fact that, you know, I didn't intend to play it for this long, and it just sort of fell into place like that. I never concede unless there's a bug that actually makes me do it at the beginning of the game itself. Hey, look at the insane plays he has, man. What do I have in here that could ever in any way replicate that shit? Okay, dude, this guy is nuts. You know what could somehow happen is if, oh, the season lasts more than a month. So that, well, it's not really how it's gonna work though. But if that was the case, then technically, oh, I didn't fail because, you know, you could go into next season with it, but what it does more so is just give you a badge based on where you ended off. So that means you'll start like in the one before it or something. Like, where does it show this here? Like, you'll have the badge like that. You'll get the gold badge, which means you start at silver the next month or something like that. I can't remember. We get the little green shadow icon, pinata. So we're right here with the diamond. 30 rank, meaning how much you win for a game. I don't know. 250 a league when you first enter the league or something. And so you have the ability to, I don't know. Okay, see you tomorrow. Okay, so today I almost expected to see that there's only 4 or 5 days left that it typically says here. Like, when there's only a few days left of the season, it'll say it. Like, oh, resets in X number of days, right? So we're not quite at that stage yet, but there's probably only 4 or 5 days left, being the 10th. It's usually around the 15th. So I basically have conceded this run in the sense that it would be pretty much impossible for me to get to rank 50 now within like only 5 days. I have been playing a little less the last couple days, but you know, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna say anything. I've sort of hit a wall. I guess the one thing I should sort of do is, well, in principle, I should always get to rank 40 just because that at least is a good checkpoint, but I should make some more decks still. But I feel like some of these are doing so well that I don't feel the need to. It's just like they're doing well, but they're not doing well enough. So I don't want to ruin them. I actually think I'm fine with it. So we did that, Infinity. So let's go to the Yeti. Like combustible, everybody's fine. Yeah, I'll live with what I got, but I don't want to look back and say, oh no, I could have made a, you know, like who have I made them for? I've basically done something for, I'm like way too lazy to do that, but I've sort of been building as I play the, you know, do the playthrough anyway. So combustible's always been good. Solar flare has been really good. Like, I did one for Wall Knight and I did one for Green Shadow, right? The ice thing and whatever. I did one for Super Brains. And so I feel like I should do one for the Smash, if I haven't already. I guess I must not have, because the name wouldn't be that. Like, let's see what would be different about it. The goal is we're trying to make it top heavy so we can get to our high cost cards. So like one of those is fine. It's kind of a shitty card. All right, so have as many high cost cards as you want. Even this thing I wouldn't mind, but 5 mana 4/4. I'm surprised actually I never really used that either. This is maybe like too top heavy, but it's okay. Is this guy considered a sports? It is. Probably 2 of those. Why is that showing 1 as if it's new? Like as if, what? I've had that for so long. This card I feel like I never really get value out of, so, or that you almost do need 4 of them because they're so, maybe 2. I don't know. I feel like this is getting insanely high cost to the point where it's a joke. Like, I don't know why I would want to do it like this. When revealed, can't be hurt this turn. Maybe I underestimate how good that sort of thing can be. This is Sports Imp. I really don't know what the fuck the point of this deck is. Like, I just have a lot of high cost stuff, but I wasn't doing very well anyway. When revealed, playing gets -2. Some of these effects are okay, I guess. All zombies get +1/+1. It's not really the kind of card that I think makes a whole lot of sense here, though. I don't know if the pet thing should be a synergy here that I'm looking for. I really don't know. I have no idea what the fuck this deck is, dude. I mean, I kind of love the armor mechanics, so I wouldn't mind doing those. It almost doesn't make sense. You need a couple lower cost cards in here. I feel like there's I don't know, this is a good card, this is a good card, this is a good card, this is an okay card. Some of these other ones I don't really need. The Scaredy Cat I'm almost scared to use because I feel like it's cheating because you're kind of whatever. I really don't know what to even get rid of. Like, I kind of like the way this looks a little more with the armor and other shit, but you can get rid of probably 1 copy of a lot of these. I don't know why, but not the really top end stuff, but anything with 2 copies. The flag guy can be so important sometimes. I really don't know. This is like a clusterfuck of just random shit. Let's just go with it anyway. So that's not who we're playing as next anyway, though. Right, let's do the Yeti. I'll just give that one a shot. But the Green Shadow Ice thing actually did okay. But the problem with it is, why is the Yeti second if I haven't played as him in the longest time? Maybe because I was just looking at it. Yeah, it's not that I don't feel like I can still make progress, but when it has to be done in this amount of time, right, it would have to be done in a reasonable amount of time, which I don't feel like is going to be doable here. So I'm okay with it. Like, I'll do what I have to do, but yeah, now I can't complain if it's too... Oh, no, this is a different deck anyway, but kind of a similar concept to the Smash. I can't complain like, oh, if it's top heavy, because that's the point. In your hand, the end of the turn transforms. Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing we won't be able to do for our collection, though, reincarnation. Or I guess we will do it, but it'll be like, at least you'll trade in there. It'll be like a case where you're able to, you know, just, I could make a new account or something. I don't even know how to delete an account. Maybe I won't delete it, but those are my two options. If I don't delete the account, I'll disenchant every card that I have, and you know, I can't craft, so that's still the same. Yeah, the aggro decks have definitely done much better than the mid-range sort of decks, because obviously a lot of these better decks are going to clown me, because they're going to have really some top-end value. And in some ways I overestimated it too, because I was so happy with my collection, like, oh, you know, I was lucky enough to get double Dark Matter Dragon Fruit and this and that, but it's not, I mean, it is good, but it's not quite enough still, which is surprising. The one in the front is the one that has team up always, so you can't use that to your advantage. Like, oh, now you could play something else with here, right, to take advantage of the team up, but you actually can't do that. Bounce it. I don't really want to do anything with that, but yeah, it was fun. It's a good game, but I just couldn't do it because I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's too fucking stupid how I would be expected to do it in this amount of time. You know, the win percentage just isn't there. Like, mathematically, I have to go on these crazy streaks, which I can do, but I don't know. It's still not over yet, but I would have some major reservation about doing this. Right, like if the standard is, oh, if I had played 12 hours a day every single day for the whole month, could I have done it then? But if that's what it would have required, perhaps I can accept my defeat there a little bit. See what an inefficient way of dealing with that this was, too. Even if it did work. The no block meter cheese here. You're down to 3, and now they'll make some epic comeback. We have seen a number of games like this, actually. Like, I love the board that I have now, so this is what you live for with the Smash and the Yeti. I don't feel like the Yeti has had too many signature streaks. Or, you know, we had that disconnect glitch, which is very upsetting because even he's not rank 50, and he takes it pretty seriously. This dude got there really early. But, yeah, nobody else is even really trying. Okay, but even then you would get the ability to kill you with the thing. Okay, that's the best use of that bounce card you can possibly hope for, is they summon one big thing with nothing else on the board, and you get to punish it that hard. Yeah, what really ruined me is the win streak abuse. Like, you know, oh, I'm known as a win streak abuser in Hearthstone and other stuff. It's like, if you take that away, now I'm screwed. And you took it away way too early at rank 30. You should have taken it away at rank 40 at least. Right, and I could have maybe accepted that, but that one actually started off badly because I had too much of a top-heavy hand. But then I somehow still won. Look at this, dude. The top-heaviest deck fucking in gaming history, but it's still good. It's just, it's kind of what I want, too. That's still a simple trade, which I'm happy to do. But again, you're playing, the way I played this and the Smash is kind of like, or even Wall Knight and Green Shadow, right? Those are the 4 mid-range kind of decks, and then the 4 aggro decks are Solar Flare, Infinities, Combustible, and now Super Brains. Even though that still has Bad Moon Rising in there, it's not exactly it's not exactly worth it because of the simple fact that you have you know, it's just in there as a bonus. It's not really meant to be a deck based around Bad Moon Rising. That's almost how I could have done the sessions too. Like, every session could just be play as every single hero until, but then there would be no way I could have done it, but play as every hero until I lose once, and then that ends the episode. But I'd be doing it like every day instead of every, you know, every day instead of once a week. That would have been the difference, but I basically just did as much as I wanted, but I still preserved the rotation, which sometimes that can lead to like losing some good win streaks that you could have. Like if you just played as your best one all the time, overall I'd probably do a little better, but that might be worth it because he's just putting too much shit out there. Oh. So this will be a simple loss. See, it's this back and forth momentum that we get that really fucks me over, because it's not that I can't win, it's that I can't win consistently enough to do anything meaningful. And both of these games we got kind of screwed on the curve, but somehow I still won. Look at that, dude, and not even a trick to do anything about it. I mean, that helps a little bit, but we get saved by the block meter. The cowboy could almost fucking single-handedly save me. Is there like somewhere I could move it that would... That could actually be clutch. It would kill this, and kill this, and I would absorb that with the block meter. Okay. Imagine if I... Oh, fuck me. Now this will pop the block meter. And then even if I heal, it's going to be a case where... Oh, shit. It's like it's meant to be. We've had some amazing clutch kind of performances and different amazing things in this whole run, though. Right, in this last month, there have been some epic matchups and games, and this game is somehow more conducive to that because everything is so tight, right? Like, it's so narrow as to what you can do that it becomes... I don't know, there's some very epic interactions that result from it. 1, 2, 3, you don't really need that, although sometimes I'm tempted to keep a higher cost card just because you're going to be craving it later. So we get that concede element issue that, oh, we'll be on a 3-game win streak and then they'll fuck me over because... You know, they'll fuck me over because I'll lose one because of that and sets me back. Not saying I would have gotten to rank 50 if that hadn't happened a couple times, but I would at least have gotten a couple further ranks. Like, I was, you know, 3 stars going on 4, and then, oh no, now I go down to 2, and then I switch to hero. It's like, come on, man. I'm not the excuse-making type, but that's just irritating, and it really is a momentum killer. You play zombie when it's time for tricks with only 1 brain, though. Okay, you can play a zombie times 2. Zombie squared when it's time for tricks, but what's the point, dude? You could destroy that and then see if that's worth it. You could do this. Not a super strong play, but we can just kind of farm up attack with this guy. I like Wall Knight style of play, but it's kind of... In order to be good enough, you would need some really, really good top-end value card, whether it be Cornucopia or Astro Vera or some shit like that, right? Which I simply don't have. This dude was running like 2 or 3 Astro Veras in his deck. The U-Man, I think it was U-Man. You could do this. You could do, when destroyed, deal 4 damage to zombie here. I almost want to start doing face damage here, but what if... See, this is the thing. Like, I'll play for some other thing, but then it won't be good enough. Like, oh, I'm going to play to stall the game out and trade on the board, but then I'm going to lose because they'll have better value than me in the long term. So at some point, you almost have to decide to play aggro, even if you're not meant to be aggro, like I would do in Magic the Gathering, playing as green. Right? Like, oh, I'm playing this green deck with all these big dinosaurs, but it's still not good enough with the top-end value, right? Which means, like, really a meta synergy... win condition, all that kind of stuff. It's not going to have that at the highest level, so therefore you may as well concede to the fact that you have to rush them down, or I'm not going to win, right? Look at his cards, look at his deck. He's probably not going to let me get away with doing that. Probably I'll go here and here just to try to get some damage in. The music seems to bug out a lot lately. Like, I don't know, it just sounds different. Do 2 damage, not a very good play, so this should still get some damage in. I do like this guy. I like anything with armor, really, but I haven't been able to appreciate it enough. This will be okay, just static play. I don't really even want to do the AoE here, but this heals the fall. Now he's going to do some kind of Bad Moon Rising crazy crap. Not going to destroy a plant, but I guess what I'll do is I'm not really worried about anything with this. It's just like, if I don't end it quickly, I'm probably not going to win at all. Okay, so that won't trade in. That one won't go anywhere. I don't really care about the octopus. Deal 3. Plus the 1 that it's going to do to everything else, which would almost be enough to kill that. Or, oh shit, of course. Well, it might make it worth it to do this now, but then again, it's not really too important either. You know, you could do this. It's just like, is that going to be enough to kill him? And the answer is absolutely not. So what's the point? He only has 1 brain left, so you would imagine that it might not be that big of a deal, because like this will trade in and then kill it with the 4 damage extra. Alright, so even as weird as that is, or will it heal first? Little Pac-Man fucking animation, but no, that interaction could have both triggered at the same time. I don't even want to do that. So they're down to 5, and I can't find a way to actually finish them off, and you can see why, because fucking this guy is so awesome with Bad Moon Rising though as a play. Like, you play 4 of him in 1 turn for free basically, and then you fucking just do it. So what you can do now is you can basically try to oh shit, I'm even saying it, but he didn't do it exactly on time. I'm still technically not. Oh no, now I am. Okay. Is it the stupid ass buff? Why does it feel like rank 35 on the nose is such a hard stuck moment? Like, it could be something around rank 35, but you know, somewhere between rank 30 and 40. I don't know what's going to change at rank 40 either. Right, like, oh, it's going to become harder because such and such. There'll be some other rule that you can get knocked out. That's the only thing they could do to make it harder. Either you add like a losing streak bracket, like, oh, if you lose 3 in a row, you start to lose multiple stars, or you just get knocked out of the rank that you're at. Maybe even just down to rank 40, like, so 41. You're at 41 and 0 stars, and you lose a game, so now you get pulled to 40 and 4 stars, right? Something like that. That would be pretty harsh. Move a plan, so we play all defensively, kind of the same way we do at the Smash. Right? I mean, as the Yeti. Yeah, it is fascinating the amount of effort we put into this, but I'm not going to act like infinite time should be the hack that we need to do this. Or that we should have to hack for a complete collection, but that's even besides the point. Right, like the whole point is that we're not allowed to do that. This guy I really like because whatever you get from it can be very, very impactful, and if you keep cycling him back, you're getting potentially infinite value. That is a very strong proposition. That's not bad. This isn't bad either. This is a card that I haven't really used very much. You know, untrickable works differently than even I thought, because it means that even if you were to do an AoE that affects everything on the board, it's not targeting this, but it still works. Okay, we can't do anything with that. I could just do this, but that would assume that they'd be trying to do something to block it. They'll play something to block it. How convenient, even though he would have been immune as soon as he came out. It should almost work that way, you know, to negate that interaction. Sometimes the sequencing of interactions in this game doesn't make sense, because so like the zombies attack first technically, so if this had strike through and he was about to die and I was about to die and that had strike through, I would have won, because, you know, oh, the zombies attack first. Like, that doesn't really feel like how it's meant to be. But okay, the vampire comes out to play here. That doesn't even really seem worth it half the time. It's not like he gives you anything in the way of, like, the act of him playing that would have buffed that, wouldn't it? So then, or is that the other one? I forget. Okay, that trades in. That's bullseye. I don't really care. I always have a habit of getting people low and then I can never finish them off. That's really my weakness. Right, in such a way that you get to... Technically, the correct way to play that is play the Yeti first in case this would have changed what I would do. Which, not really, but... Okay, that card is insane. I could maybe kill this with it here, which is worth it. I could destroy the winter melon with one of these things here, even this. And so that's a pretty perfect play. Probably I'll be satisfied with that. Alright, we'll throw them off a little bit, and the only rationale why this is even comparable to the Brainana is because, you know, of the sequence of turns, that like this will stop them from playing everything potentially, whereas that would only stop you from playing a trick, right? You would have gotten your first phase off, so that's why the Brainana is considered fair, even though still it's much better than this shit, even in terms of statting cost ratio. It'll be down to 2, or maybe you get the block meter even there. But yeah, like, I'm just doing it for fun now because I don't really see it happening, so I kind of am softly conceding, but we'll see if maybe I can do some crazy run here. It's just time-wise, I feel very discouraged just from what I've seen. Like, I don't see any possibility. I think it's -2. Conjure Mustache. You could do it, but I almost like this guy's effect. And when you say Conjure Mustache, it doesn't mean it has to be a mustache like a trick, right? It could be anything to do with the mustache archetype, right? That's somehow something different than what you might expect. It sounds like a mustache is just like, oh, a 1-cost card that gives you +2/+2, whatever the fuck, but... The -2, oh shit, speak of the devil too. I still won't even be able to fucking trade in. The raw zombie's trying to carry me in terms of damage here, but it's not going to be enough. I could destroy something, or I could buff everybody. I somehow feel better about doing this, but they do have 10 brains. I could just, oh, fuck me. Yeah, here continues the trend of me always getting people low, and then clearly people are not exactly bashful about their decks. Like, they obviously are They obviously have exactly what they need. Can't be hurt this turn. But that would fuck me over because, look at this, dude. Even the kind of games that it seems like I'm gonna win go like this somehow. Yeah, that's really gonna save me 8 mana fucking 2-cost card. That is so nuts, bro. I could do this, but it's like maybe it would have been worth it one of these turns. Is there not like some sort of a lethal proposition here? That would do like 6. I mean, that would do 4. I mean, if I don't do it, I won't die necessarily, but I don't get it. Like, it couldn't just be, well, that'll still work. It couldn't be that, oh, they just had a bad game or their hand sort of burnt out. It has to be that, oh no, it was all part of their plan, and of course they had that, and of course they're gonna just do whatever they want. But that quite clearly saved me in such a way that the problem with this is it really makes it so that you can't, you know, you end up blocking your own damage that you would have potentially gotten. It's still possible I could win here, but fuck me. Wait, that'll still give me Frenzy though. Isn't that kind of dumb? Even though I won't win because of it. Right, this will kill both of them. If I can even survive that long. Yeah, that would have been a clutch though, actually, if they relied on that. And if I look at this. 2 damage extra. Fucking, I guess it'll be rank 35 exact, even though we get hard stuck at. That's how you know you're washed up, when I fail a challenge in a game like this of all things, regardless of whatever, you know, I knew going in what it was gonna be. Right, so I can't act surprised now or back out of it. It's okay. And normally I would say you shouldn't manifest like this. Oh, you're already conceding defeat before, you know, before it's happened, but it just doesn't seem like it's gonna happen now. With this little time left, like, come on. Do you really want the snowdrop here? This deck has done actually kind of decently, right? It's been sort of up and down, but no more up and down than the normal deck that I would use. This is sort of random stuff. Both of which playing for Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, which we mentioned the name. Like, basically, what the fuck is this trend too? There's even a moment where I said, oh, people are cheating when they do that. Like, how did they get a hand of exactly everything, you know, the same stuff right away, or the beanstalks right away as soon as they shuffle them in their deck? It could just be dumb luck, but what are the chances they would really do that? Right. I mean, that is a fucking slaughter. See, you can't even hold that against me, like, the deck or anything. There's nothing I can do. I mean, there's just nothing. Yeah, I like how the snowdrop can get out of hand so quickly, and even the squash is so, yeah, now you get it. The squash is so good. The fucking... whatever, like, it doesn't matter. So now you'll hit me for 2, but it won't even help the block meter, so I'm already dead. I'm already dead. You don't even have to do it. Or no, wait. Yeah, he already has bullseye, so you mathematically would have won regardless. Okay, that one was a little bit unfair because you don't even give me the chance. I get the snowdrop, but not early enough, and he got the craziest fucking 4 of the same minion start. Like, what is this shit? This one, I've kind of liked the idea behind it, but it hasn't worked super well necessarily. Let's just do up to combustible and infinity, because again, I don't have that much energy, dude. Like, I literally am just at my wit's end with this. I'm just tired. I can't do it. And again, it shouldn't come down to time. I can accept that. Like, I just can't do it, so. Doesn't this music sound a little bit off? Yeah, as long as you don't get that concede bug, I'm fine with any other bugs. Visual, audio, doesn't matter. So, this is good. It's always a temptation to do these two together. You know, I'll do it just because I don't want to deal with the healing buff shit that he does there, and I don't want to deal with anything else, like... that's fine. Go here, go here. Everybody loves Chompzilla. He's one that everybody always said I should get. Yeah, like look at some of these people. What a casual. He's only rank 4 in the whole month, but obviously, shit, this guy's too good. You can just tell by their deck sometimes, like there's not shit you can do to them. Right, like if you're already playing that, it's already turn 3. There's nothing I can do. He's gonna protect it, who the fuck knows? No, that does put a certain time strain on you, like whenever you're playing a card game for like the month, you know, oh, you only have a month to get to max rank, otherwise it resets. And that's how they all are basically, but it's a little bit uncomfortable at times. But yeah, just disconnect. It'll be my best chance of winning if you just disconnect. Like, he's already gonna win just because of that alone. The amount of immense, insane value that he's gonna get from that guy. And he's gonna heal it. I'm obviously gonna try to do that, but I don't know if it'll work. And steal the block meter, which they don't even have, and then we can do this. Even if you do, oh my god. See, everybody's been using that. I guess he got that from a conjuration effect, but still. Everybody's been sort of abusing that card. It's just one of those meta things that nothing else is quite like it. It's such a defensive, beautiful recovery kind of play. At least he had his last dance there, and then we summon something here, which will have strike through. And whatever deadly. This is okay. See, now we're setting up for a good Badman Rising, because all you have to do is basically get a few things to survive, and it's good enough. And of course, if I top deck a Brain Vendor, you get that for free on top of it. So all you want is to have really 3 things survive would be ideal. That's good. I'm in a very good position here. This will trade in. Just don't remove something with that. Okay. This one still won't die, so I'll have 2 things out there. It's kind of not even worth it, but you can't afford to wait. Right, like I just have to go for it. Only thing I could have and you even have another one too, so there's no reason to hold it back. Right, for whatever suboptimal purpose I have. What's funny with that is you could do it, and then, oh, whatever you summoned is about to die. It's at 1 HP. So then I do it again to heal it, basically, and just retransform it the next turn. So they'll think they're almost about to kill it. No way. No way. What? How do you get 2 of the same thing like that? Wait, what? It's like if one of these was at least in his deck normally, They were both conjured by him in the same span of time. I don't understand. This was the most fortunate turn though ever in my life, because look at that. Look at that. You went, think about that turn for a second and try to appreciate it. You went from having 0 things on the board to getting a free Brain Vendor top deck and already having this. So I was able to do a Bad Moon Rising with 2 minions from having 0 on only turn 8. Like, that's so fortunate. Of course, they're going to have an answer for it still, but I don't give a shit because that's just how this game works. But that was such a clutch kind of recovery play. But that's one of the best case scenarios you could have had. Okay, dude. Okay. What is with this shit, man? Like, how? Not only how do you have so many of the... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I mean... It can always be like Zomboss or some shit. Right, Zombot, where you're going to clear the board or something, so... And I mean, even that's pretty good, but... And now I could do it again, but I almost don't want to. I mean, that has Frenzy. Maybe I shouldn't worry about these even. I could totally do it. Let's see if he does something to inhibit... I mean, this could be something big still. And this is always a weird interaction because it'll become amphibious even if it's not. Right, it'll just have to. I've had to do multiple Bad Moon Risings that just aren't good enough. Something weird is happening, man. So many of these games seem like I'm winning, and then they pull out the most crazy shit imaginable. When destroyed, make a zombie here. There's no use even trying to deal with this fucking shit. You have the little strike through damage that you could potentially do there. Other than that, I don't really know. This alone would kill me. Like all these seem like potential wins and then they just go down the drain so quickly. I don't get it. That could have almost killed them right there alone, right? Because they would have allowed me to do 5. Oh shit. Move a zombie does a bonus attack. Is that really worth it? He already has strike through, so I mean... Oh shit, I'm surprised that I even got to this point. But now it's too bad, I don't have any fucking thing I can play. The act of moving it would actually cut my damage down. The science zombie does damage... Okay... Once again, they have an answer for every situation ever. Like, I guess I'm just out of my league, bro. The bonus attack won't matter. And I'm gonna die before then anyway. Could I draw into a trick that would actually save me here somehow? Or... Brain Vendor, move a zombie... Yeah, Brain Vendor is one of the most busted cards in card game history. Not because, oh, it's so good in terms of a top end value win condition idea, but in terms of a simple raw, like, there's no downside whatsoever. It's just a free card. It's a 0 mana 3/1, like, and it even has upside with like the ooze and stuff. It's just one of those broken kind of cards. You know, that's one of my expressions in a card game. Like, so what's the downside? It'll be like some Yu-Gi-Oh card text, like a wall of text that's like, oh, if you summon this here, it does this. If you do this, it does this. And it goes on and on. It's like they're all positives. None of those are a bad thing. Normally, it's like it has a good effect that's, you know, really good, and then it has a downside, like, oh, but if something else, then something bad happens, or you can't play it, or whatever. But we got Solar Flare, Infinity, and Combustible. We'll leave it kind of on that note because, yeah, I don't have the energy to even do this anymore, so fuck it, dude. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I can beat higher ranked players, but I can't beat them consistently too. And even though the matchups are kind of favorable at times, like, you know, they'll give you lower ranked players to play against. Why do people take so long on the first turn, man? I'll win this one just because he concedes, I guess. Like, I can beat rank 40s. I've done it before on the ladder. I can beat rank 50s. I might not have beaten one actually on the ladder. I beat this guy like twice in a row, even as he's at rank 50. And again, he's not the type to mess around, but I also lost to him like 100 other times, so it's not exactly a big deal. But yeah, notably, I'll actually end my fixed schedule, so you know, I still stream every day, but once this is over, then I'll just do random stuff, whatever I feel like. I don't really even know what I feel like. I could make a proper series out of something like Path of Exile and trigger everybody so much. That's one of the funniest first sessions that I've seen a reaction to. Because even when I'm doing it, I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm just playing it, just checking it out, and like and I don't even think of it the way that people do now in retrospect. In fact, if anything, it's kind of the opposite. I sort of didn't enjoy it on one level, that I thought, oh, people are giving me too much advice in chat, right? Because some people who are familiar with the game are watching and telling me things, right? And then, but then I go to post it on YouTube and people lose their fucking mind. They have an aneurysm, like, oh my goodness, you know, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, I don't know, I don't get it. It's just not the way that I look at it. You could do this plus this, or I don't really have to. They're not really doing anything. Even though I got unlucky with my curve, which I've gotten unlucky with them in a lot of these games. So now I've made a new deck for everything besides the Yeti, the Solar Flare, the Combustible, and the Infinity, I guess. But again, those have been the better performers anyway. Not even because they're better decks. Arguably, they're worse decks because they don't have all the top-end, like, crazy Dark Matter Dragon Fruit and shit. But they do have the simple ability to, What the fuck is with this repetitious play that we've seen? Like, where everybody's getting multiple copies of the same thing in their starting hand relatively early on. Do a third one. Do it. Do 4 in a row. I've seen 3 in a row, actually. But no, that's an interaction I almost want to do myself, although I don't think I have that many brain runners. I want to do a turn 7 play where my board is empty and they're posing lethal, and then I play 4 brain vendors and I evolve all 4 of them. I Badman Rising all 4 of them. So like for 7 mana, I was able to do all that. You know, that's kind of cute because at least it makes him useless in terms of his effect. The problem here, oh fuck me. But they're in a pretty bad spot. They have very few cards left. This guy's going to be useless here for the rest of his life, if you can even call it that. He insists it's more than just a screwdriver, much more. So there's no good curve play here where you can play like multiple things together at all. Not even good. There's just no curve play, period. Do you have probably the ability to play this. He might play something there to block it. Make a 1/1, which is unfortunate. Damn it. So now, if it wasn't for that, if it was just like a normal minion, I could rely on this to try to finish him off, but I'm sure they can do something with this anyway. We're playing. Okay, fine. So once again, we seemed like we were winning this one and it was going to be easy, and they started off so rough, but now they're going to do some crazy comeback. Yeah, the next one of these kind of multiplayer permanent things I want to do is with Magic, to try to get to Mythic within 1 month. Otherwise, I have to do it in my account, but I don't have to do it like right now. But maybe I feel like I should almost. But I'm already stressed out by having done this one. And again, not really having enough time. And you should just resign yourself to the meta aspect. Like with that, I'll just look up a meta deck and just do it like that, but I don't typically like to do that. You could do this for a perfect 7. Hydro Mushroom. So again, are they really gonna let me get away with that? But no, I've gotten everybody low. I'm in a winning position in every game, and then my deck kind of dries out. Whereas theirs, they just have infinite value. He might not even get to rank 50. This shows you how hard it must be. Even with a better deck, higher win rate deck. Right, it's just not enough. But yeah, that'd be a funny excuse. I blame viewers because, oh, if I hadn't been distracted by playing viewers so much, of course those don't count for ranking, I would have been able to get to rank 50, even though that has nothing to do with it because, you know, I certainly put in a decent amount of time. And so, I don't know what to make of that. Is he not gonna have an answer for it or what? When he has an answer for everything else in his whole life. How do you not have an answer? The problem is that you're able to basically, you know, survive a little bit longer, and his board isn't really as intimidating as it looks. So I could destroy this. It hurts the playing hero, moves to a random lane, leaves behind a random zombie. Well, I almost want to do that one now. When a Gargantua destroys a plant, conjure a gourmet card. That's good. It'll do 4, but you can see how desperate straits I'm in right now. Event card. That is actually a pretty sick name for like a TV show or something. Some other Gordon Ramsay offshoot wannabe series like Hell's Kitchen. King of the Grill instead of King of the Hill. Okay, can we just do this, dude? They have 7 health. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do it. Yeah, let's just do Infinity and Combustible if I even have the energy to do that. But no, I am kind of thinking, like, what should be my next thing that I do? If it isn't, okay, let's get rid of that. There's really nothing that's gonna happen when it comes to, like healing. I don't have any. Yeah, that would be the finale for Magic the Gathering, and then we could segue into Magic Online, whether I actually play it right then or not. I do have this sort of reservation. Oh shit, I do have this reservation about like card games, or not card games, like, holy shit, bro, what the fuck? Okay, come on, losing to Miss Caller Wannabe. Oh, this one technically wouldn't die. Yeah, you're seeing something maybe with this where it's getting hyper competitive and just like they have an answer for everything all the time, right? And their decks are like much more long-winded and very impressive in the long term, like in the late game. This is making it look kind of maybe worse than it already was before. The fact that you know, it's a case where you're not able to even win like any games at all, whereas at least before I was doing a little better. Everybody's making a try hard push for rank 50, including myself, but it's obviously not good enough to get there. And then when I finally do well or win one or a couple, I'm gonna lose to the disconnect, right, concede bug shit. Yeah, is he not going to get rank 50 either? At least he's got to succeed at his challenge, even though for him it's not a challenge. But I reject the challenge because it is no challenge. One of my favorite lines from Clubber Lang from Rocky 3, obviously. You know, you could always say that in any game, like, oh, he sends me a challenge, I'll accept it, but it'll be like, I reject the challenge because it is no challenge, even though I'm still doing it. I'd be more than happy to beat up on him some more. And that'll just get wrecked. I guess I could have done it here and here, lanes 2 and 3. This guy is a soy boy, but the SOY namesake was taken, so he has to do SYOY. But still, if you pronounce it, would be pretty much the same. Alright, that'll trade in. This thing always gets out of hand so quickly. It's not even that big of a deal, but we could flip it back to his hand just to kind of slow things down a little bit. Right, it's just such a simple basic card, but that's a reasonable thing to do. But yeah, every game is kind of ending the same way, where I get them pretty far, pretty low, and then just keep in mind that the deck has far more impact than anything else. You realize that you know, card games are 95% about the deck you use, and then everything else is just you know, 5% is actually the player impact or something like that. Okay, I should be dead already. Just hurry up. Dude, what could you be waiting for with 0 fucking sun, dude? Oh, is you're waiting for my turn. Holy shit. Yeah, let's do it as combustible, I guess, for final game, as we're sure to lose this one. Because if I'm not mistaken, you only have like 4 days left. And of course, I'm never going to get it. Because yeah, like even look, he's only 47, so he still has to struggle to try to get it in time. I'm not even fucking 40. So clearly I just can't do it. Right, like it's no excuse, no compunction. I just accept my fate. And I'll try. It's just that random Chinese names or hackers are removing my stars when I join a ranked game. Yeah, I've had that happen too. Thankfully not too many times, but I guess that's what it is. Random Chinese names or hackers. I feel like sometimes it's against bots too. Right, or at least the bots gave me the black screen thing where it's actually like named Rose and it's like a rank 50 bot. Clearly I can use that as the excuse. That's why I lost, but you know, there is no compunction with that. It's weird that I've only seen that really happen though since doing this. Like, why didn't I see that the rest of the year that I was playing this game, where I was sometimes getting crazy matchups? Yeah, I'll just do one game here, or it's kind of froze. What happened? Oh yeah, let's do combustible. Man, it's kind of sad though. I had such a good collection. It's not like I was really gonna play this game a lot in the future anyway, but it would have just been a moral victory, and that's the point. It's not even about the outcome. It's like, I don't know. It's just such a cool thing if I could have done it, but I just can't. You gotta go full aggro. I'm not gonna even change the format here like of, oh, I can play as the same one over and over. I guess if he blocked it, I could do that, but he won't like the Berry Blast player, but it's the only chance I have. Right, destroying that doesn't bother me at all. Even that would have been inevitable, just like the block meter itself. You can't play around the block meter like, oh, I'm going to try not to do damage to his face so he doesn't get it. It's like, you have to do it. That's pretty good, especially with the bonus. Fuck, mate. Oh, this would be actually pretty good. With obviously killing all this shit here. That wasn't necessarily expecting to even happen, but you know, with no effort at all while still playing aggro, even if fucking so much removal, man. But they're getting low on cards, so you do have something going here. You get a little bit of damage, still a good amount of board presence. This is very good. All the team up stuff is always good. We have a bonus attack to do. What the fuck? Okay, I won't even worry about that. Again, double Berry Blast to the face. It seems like a very strange meta, but it's worked very well in some high-end matchups at least. Because you can't afford to waste a turn like that. Or you just like don't do anything. But now he'll probably just outvalue me the way that most of these matchups have been able to do. You play a zombie, okay, even if he blocks for it, I don't care. I care more so. Oh, shit. Once again, we're seeing some of the same cards too many times. Yeah, would the Berry Blast really have helped me here anyway? Because that guy's gonna just be invincible. Oh, shit. Yeah, what the fuck? What is that? Her favorite author is Brian or Brain Austin, not Brian. This could actually be fairly impactful if you just cover up the other lanes with those little dinky 1/1s. Not quite. At least we get confirmation on the whole hacker element. Good game. See, technically we went through every single hero. In fact, we might have gone through even more than what we see there because, you know. Okay, see you tomorrow.